Hey Finley, what up? What up, Luke? Lukey. What up, Finley, as well? Hi. I'm eating, which is why I'm muted, Luke and Finley. I figured that you don't want to hear that shit. Pow. Yeah. I'm here. The stream can now hear you. Finley said, Chinny, tell us a joke, but I don't know any jokes. Do you know any jokes, Stu?
I
heard a joke recently.
Go on then.
Oh, go on. Go on.
Knock, knock.
Who's
Who? No, wait, sorry. Let me try it again.
That's not how you do
knock,
knock. What the hell?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Two.
Two. Who?
Huh?
To who?
To whom?
That's just
That's
a
a
terrible
joke.
joke.
I heard that.
I'll tell you what, though, Duke. Duke. You've got to hand it to small people, haven't you? Because he can't get it himself.
No, you said the joke. Now leave the joke.
Oh, do you not have to do the punchline?
No. Oh, you mean the joke itself is the punchline?
Yeah, you got to hand it to small people. because he can't reach it
Just
themselves.
gotta hand it to small people.
Did you just do it again?
He did it.
I might have just did it
Good
again.
grief.
Zip-a-da-bow.
Are we ready to start?
Zip-a-da-bow. I don't know. Are we?
Let's start the motherfucking
Show, bitch!
If anybody has any reason why we should not begin, speak now or forever shut your mouth.
No.
Blah, 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 blah.
Just do it.
I am recording. Keep it real.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Jimmy, other fellas will tell you.
I like the beats and shouting.
Playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite savior.
Here comes the Sticker Man.
Yeah, shut up, kid. Gamers.
Pork chop sandwiches.
I need to play some HD games while I'm rolling my caddy.
Yeah, boy.
T-H-A-K-Y-O-U.
Thank you. Yo.
Ballin'.
You've got a clip of me.
There you go. I think is that it? Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready to start.
I'm always waiting for another clip. Anyway, hello. Oh, bloody hell.
Gotcha.
Pissy now. Anyway, hello and welcome to episode 471 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yeah, 471, and we're not gonna quit till it's done. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
I'm Chinny.
Yay.
So, how are we all?
Good. I'm
Yeah.
grading these papers.
Yep.
Yeah. Can I just say, apart from the E3 shows, I think this is Duke's most hated show of the year.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you don't like talking about games that are coming out. You're all like, oh, no, I don't care.
Well,
I'm just going to play Rocket League.
I'll tell you this. I'm paying attention to it. I'll see if any of them catch my fancy. But I got lots of games I haven't played yet.
So do I.
Yeah, everybody's
I
got
wanna
lots of
hear about
games.
some of the ones I have been playing, but I guess
See
we're gonna
that-
skip
Hey,
right
Duke,
past that.
you know that there's this really good game called The Return of Obra Dinn. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Ugh.
No.
I'm not even going to go there anymore because I can't be bothered
What?
telling you how great that game is, and you're just like, man, it's a lot of shit.
Said pigeon boyfriend sex game is.
Look, that's highly rated, Duke. You're wrong.
So what?
Hey, Duke.
You diss on all
You
games
like
that are
the
highly
game, you should
rated, and
defend
you never
it
even
whether it's
fucking
highly
played
rated or
them.
not. The fact that it's highly rated doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you like it.
Duke, are we military veterans?
No.
Yeah, dude,
Why would you even
exactly.
ask such a dumb question?
Oh.
But let me ask you this, Chinny. Do we record live?
Yeah, we do. We're recording live now. Every Sunday at 9 p.m.
Oh
British
my
time.
God.
And you can listen live, such as Procrastinator Fabulous is right now, or Luke E is right now. Well, that's the
Yeah.
only people that are talking right now, but there's 8 people watching so far.
Yeah, there's people there.
There's peeps.
Hiding,
There's peeps.
hiding in the background, just loitering,
Yeah.
lurking. The lurkers. That's a
Dirty
good word.
lurkers. Hey,
Dirty lurking.
so this episode we're going to look towards the future of video games.
Future. Living for the future. Little something for the Omni Trio fans there.
Little summon.
Something.
Yeah.
Summit.
We've got a lot to get
Yeah.
through, so fuck
Yeah.
story time.
Yeah, fuck all
Yeah.
that shit.
Suck it. Time.
Yeah, let's do a little bit of what we've been playing though, because we didn't
Go on,
really
then.
do that last week.
Go on then.
Let's do a little bit.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Who's going
Yes.
first?
We've been playing. Why
I
not?
don't know. Duke's not done the jingle yet because he's too busy fucking marking papers.
Grading papers. I gotta get this paper by grading papers.
Let's do ready play.
Do you know what? I honestly believe we get more unprofessional every week.
Yeah.
Well, of course you'd
Yeah.
say that. You're a goat rapist.
Oh, what? What?
Goat rapist. You rape goats.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I thought what would be the most unprofessional thing for me to say.
Well, do you know what? I reckon there's way first.
It's pretty unprofessional to accuse
Yeah,
your.
Oh, we got to use a random wheel of fortune.
Well, we've got to
again.
get
I
this
like
fucking
it.
thing moving, haven't we?
I like
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Spend 20 minutes figuring out who's going to talk next.
Oh my god.
Go on, spin the fucking wheel.
Spin.
Yeah.
Stu, you're up.
Yay, I'm up. Yeah,
Twitch
Red Dead
Funk,
2
Twitch Funk says
people.
hello.
Red
Can't
Dead 2.
listen.
I've been playing Red Dead 2 as well. We can both talk about it. Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray for Red Dead 2.
Twitch Funk said, hello, can't listen live because it'll spoil his Friday routine.
Yeah, well, what if we start releasing the show on Monday, though?
Yeah,
Then
That
that'll
would still
fuck up
spoil
your-
his Friday routine.
No, it
Aw.
wouldn't.
Right.
Just don't listen to it till Friday. I don't understand.
Crazy.
Do you know, Duke, this is what I think about what you just said.
Right, okay. Come on then.
Right, moving on.
Dead.
Yes, Red Dead motherfucking 2, right? You know I said I'm going to try and get it finished this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
No.
Oh, jeez, you're worthless. What's he like?
Jesus Christ, man, this game. Do you know what, right? I quite like Red Dead 2, but fuck me, it goes on.
It fucking does.
Oh, holy shit,
It's a
right?
slow
I mean,
game. I'm sorry, it's a slow game. I've been playing it, and I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a game. It's hard to go from Saints Row 3 to Red Dead 2.
oh yeah. I think the trouble is for me at the moment, right? I want to get it done because I'm conscious that stuff's coming out soon that I want to play.
See, but that's the way. I mean, yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry.
And I also want to get God of War done. And I never even played Yakuza 6, really. So I want to play that as well at some point. And I'm like, I want to get it done. And
See, but that's the wrong way to approach
Oh,
a game like this.
I
is to
know.
think, like, I'm trying to get finished with it. That's why I'm not forcing myself to play it as much as I probably should, because I want to enjoy every moment I play of it. And I am enjoying it. I don't want to get it twisted, people. I am enjoying this game,
Yeah.
even if Stu
Yeah.
isn't.
I know. No, whoa, whoa. Right there, young man.
You have a funny way.
Yeah, it's not the right. Don't misunderstand me. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. I am. When something like good happens, I really enjoy it. You know, when there's a good story mission or some shit goes down and it's like frantic and there's lots of shootouts and crazy shit's happening. I like all of that stuff, but it's the stuff in between. It's like the downtime when I'm waiting for something to happen, or I'm riding for about 5 minutes to get to my next mission point. I mean, shit me. Right, there was one bit at the end, I'm in chapter 6 now, and I'm probably about 5 or 6 missions into chapter 6. So I'm guessing I've not got that many left to do. But there was one. It was. Oh yeah, shut up. It was bloody miles from the next mission. I finished this mission and I looked on the map for the next mission available, and it was frigging at the other side of the map. And I'm like, why?
The map is very large and there's a lot of distance between spots. But couldn't you take the stagecoach to clear most of the map?
I guess.
I mean, dude,
I
but
don't
don't get
know.
me wrong. I understand the frustration. I recently did the mission where you have a wild night with the other guy in town, and I thought that was a very good mission.
I love that mission. That seems
It's-
a long time
Yeah, that's
ago
with Lenny.
now, though. Yeah.
Why?
I just want to share something with my my brothers and sisters, and I finished Red Dead 2. Stu thinks he's near the end. Oh God!
No. I'm
Stu-
near the end of the main game, and then I know there's 2 frigging epilogues that last for 6 hours.
Near the end of the main game.
Yeah, and then there's 2 frigging extra bits that are another 6 hours before I
Anyway,
actually
as I was
finish.
saying, when I got done with the mission where you go have a great night with Lenny, not Lenny, you wake up, 3 towns over, and you have to go get your horse back from Valentine, and I had to run halfway across the map. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's annoying. I mean, you
On
can
the
go
other
to the
hand,
stables.
There's a lot of stuff that happens as you're running to get it. So I didn't mind too much, to be honest.
Yeah, look, I am enjoying it, so don't misunderstand me.
Okay.
I don't think it. I even think once I've finished this game, no matter how good the ending is or how good the story is when it's all concluded, I don't think it's going to change my mind on my game of the year, if I'm being totally honest. I thought it might do, but I don't know. I'm just getting a bit perturbed by the amount of stuff I've got to still do, I think.
I hear you. It reaches a point where you're like, you start off eating pancakes and they're delicious, and you reach a certain point and you're fucking sick of them.
Yeah. And I like Arthur, and I like where the story's going, and it is interesting. But I'm just finding it a bit of a chore now to get to the end of the game.
I hear you.
And I know I'm going to do it right. I've got 2 days off now. I'm off Monday and Tuesday this week. So yet again, I'm going to make a concerted effort to try and finish this thing up. So, I mean, come on, Chinny, realistically, right? I know there's another 6 hours after I finish the chapter 6 thing.
Yeah.
How many missions are in chapter 6, would you say, at a guess?
20.
Fuck off.
I don't know.
Fucking hell. Because I reckon I've done about 5 or 6 maybe in chapter 6. And are
Maybe,
you telling me I've got
yeah.
another frigging 14 main
I
story
don't know. It was a
missions?
guess. It was a
Let me
guess.
count the ones on this website, gamewith.net.
Yeah, look on there. Tell me a
2,
realistic figure, Duke. And please don't tell me it's 20.
14, 16.
What?
You thought you were done. What a herb.
God. And that's just in chapter 6. So then I've got to do the 2 epilogue stuff with however many
Yeah.
missions
See,
there are in each.
I didn't experience any of this because every moment that I'm in Red Dead 2, I'm happy.
I know.
So
but
when
I
the
get
game
where you're
goes,
coming from.
when the game goes, you've got to
Fucking
ride
hell.
all the way to the other side of the map. I'm like, great. I just be in this world more. I just,
Oh
yay.
Lord! Do you know what? Ginny? I just wish I felt the same as
Yeah.
you, and then I wouldn't be finding it such a chore. But fucking hell, I'm like, I've got to finish it though because I can't not. But frig me, 16 missions.
I think it doesn't
I
help.
don't think any other chapter had 16 missions. That's a lot of missions.
No, I think they all had that many.
Do they?
Yeah.
Really?
But like,
Probably. The first one may have fewer, but
I think there's like 109 missions or something in total, or something like that.
Wow, that is a lot of story missions.
Yeah.
In
Yeah, I think it's a shame that you're playing it in a rush. Like,
Yeah.
I
I
don't-
haven't. I've been playing it since the day it released. That's a long time.
you haven't been playing it since the day it released.
I
You
did.
would
I
have
got it on
finished
release day. I got it on release day, but I'm
Yeah.
not. I've had limited time. I've been working a lot, so that's a problem.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah, but doesn't mean to say I've not been making a concerted
Quit
effort to
your
get through
job.
yeah, you don't see me complaining and taking it slow.
it. My job should be just playing Red Dead 2. That should be my way of living.
Explain it to your boss. Just say, "Excuse me, I've got Red
Yeah.
Dead 2." He or she will go, "I understand. That's no problem. Come back when you're done." So,
But anyway, look, I am enjoying it, right? I don't want to be too down on it because it is interesting and it is cool, and the world they've made is amazing. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I
yeah.
do appreciate the amount of work and effort that has gone into this. But you see, the way I felt about The Witcher 3 is the way you feel about this. With The Witcher 3, I could have done mission after mission after mission, and I would never have been too bothered about it. Because I loved the world and I loved all the crazy stuff that went on in it, and I loved everything that was happening. And I think
You know what the problem is for me is that when it's time to play games, I'm sitting in front of my computer for the most part, and I have to go into the other room and put the Xbox on and start it up. And it's not an arduous ordeal. I don't make it sound like it's some horrible thing. But here's the thing. Once I start playing this game, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a great game. I should play it a lot.
yeah, I do agree.
So
But the trouble is, it's like that dirty 30 sort of mentality. Because I know I want to finish this, and I want to finish God of War before stuff starts releasing this year.
well, you ain't
And
got
there's-
long, motherfucker.
I know. Well, I haven't got long because freaking, and I'll be honest, right? And I'll talk a little bit about this later. But I played the Resident Evil 2 demo,
So did I.
and I'm like, fuck me, I want to play this game. And that's not very far off. It's like a week or 2 weeks, isn't
I
it?
thought it was
away?
the end of the month.
Yeah, I think it's about 25th. So it's only
that's
a
not
few
a week.
weeks, isn't it?
That's
Well, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. But even so, 2 weeks.
You liar.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about that later. But yeah, Red Dead 2 is pretty good. What do you think, Duke? How are you getting?
I think it's, like I said, I think it's really, really great. And I had an achievement recently. I'd like to thank, who was it, Chopper Kelly, or who was it that sent me the achievement box on Twitter? Because I did a thing where I sat down to play poker, and I was like, I'm gonna take everybody's money in this game, and I did. So suck it.
Did you see what
Everybody
I
was-
said about that?
You said there's an achievement eventually for doing this like over and over.
I think you have to do that. What you did, you knocked everybody out in poker. I think that's
Yeah.
a challenge, and
Yeah.
and you have to complete all the challenges to get 100%.
So the thing that stood out to me is that I yeah, it was Tim Kelly, Chopper Kelly, who sent me the achievement. Thank you. But when you take one person's money, or you win like 5 hands, it says like progress. You got 5 hands out of X number or whatever. Or maybe there's an achievement for winning 5 hands of poker or something. But I just thought there would be some sort of thing that popped up from the game when I took everybody's money. So I don't know, whatever. I will continue to play poker because it's the best side game in these Western games.
Yeah, it's a
They
little
did it very
slow.
well in this game.
It's a
It
little
is slow. but they did it very well in this game.
Yeah.
I think the first one, it was a little hard to see the cards or whatever, but you can zoom into things, and I think the cards are nice and readable. But I'll tell you this, at one point I was on the couch because I wanted to hang out near my dog. Usually he has to sit next to my desk and sit near me if I'm playing games, but I could sit on the couch. But when it came time to make a choice if I was going to help what's her name with her stupid young brother who'd gone off to join the cult or not, I couldn't see across the room to see what the choices were, and I can't find my glasses, so I was just like, and I had to run back over to the chair before the timer ran out in order to say, yes, I will help you even though you wronged me in the past. And I assume you could mess that up. I don't know if we give spoilers or not, but I managed to do the right thing in that mission, and it had been a while. That's the other thing too. I had gone away from the game, and then when I came back, I was like, how do you? Because I was doing the mission where I'm supposed to shake the guy down to get the money back for the German dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And the first one I went to anyway, I don't know if there's options, but he doesn't speak English. So you're sort of, roughing him up and threatening him. And I thought I went everywhere around the house, but apparently I missed one spot where he was hiding the money. So when I went back to him, I was focused on him with the left trigger. And then it said, like, point weapon, right trigger. So I was like, okay. So I pulled the right trigger and I shot him to death.
Shot him.
I've
done that.
Shoot. What the hell? So it's just hard to get back in the swing of things in terms of.
I think that's kind of like a fault of the game itself. Like
I did that very early on. There was a guy hanging off a cliff, and I had to help him up, but I aimed my gun at him because he'd done a runner and he was gonna like snitch on me or something, and I was like hanging off him.
But not fire. Is it possible to aim but not fire?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's possible, just no one can do it.
Can I just say what the worst thing about Red Dead 2 is? There is a very fucking awful thing in this game.
That it ends.
No, stealth. Stealth is just the worst implemented stealth I've ever seen.
Or maybe you don't have your stealth built up enough.
There's no fucking stealth. It's ridiculous. I had a mission in like chapter 6 where I have to go into this camp and get something back, and it's fucking ridiculous. Like, you can be nowhere near the camp and some dude in the camp will go, hey, did you hear a noise? And the next thing, there's about 15 people shooting at you.
I think that's the way it's supposed to go with that mission.
No, it isn't, because guess what? After about 7 tries, I actually managed to sneak in, get the stuff, and never get spotted.
Oh, is that the one with the guy at the top and you go down the hill?
Yes.
Yes. No, I just shot the fuck out of everybody.
Well, I tried that, but kept getting killed because there's so many of them. They just keep appearing from like nowhere.
No, I think I stealth killed one, and then I got spotted, and I just went, all right, I'm gonna kill everyone.
I managed to do it, but like I say, it took me about 7 goes. But I was determined to do it without getting spotted. It kind of became a challenge in itself.
Well,
but the stealth,
you gave that
Skyrim,
yourself.
Supposed to sneak into the house with the beehives in the back, and I tried it like 5 times to do it. I'm like, screw this, I'm going in loud.
Yeah, sneaking in this game is they didn't even bother to try and implement any sort of mechanic. You know what I mean? They didn't bother with like there's a little radar on the dudes, but that doesn't seem to make any difference because they just see you anyway. There's nowhere really to hide. I was in like some long grass thinking like Assassin's Creed styley and they wouldn't see me. But yeah, they still saw me in long grass.
Yeah.
It made no difference. They all have completely brilliant night vision.
They do.
They don't need no goggles.
They do.
It's and their aim is absolutely like eagle vision in the dark. I tell you, they can shoot you from like 30 yards away in pitch blackness with no problems at all.
Well, the moon is a good light source.
Yeah. So that's probably my biggest gripe with it. They put in these missions where you have to use stealth, and it's just ridiculous because there is no way you can do them that easily. Terrible.
Not with that attitude. You just gotta.
Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah.
Anyway, I don't have anything else to say. I think it's a wonderful game. I should be playing more of it. I'm working on it. Thank you for your patience. The game.
Yeah, and I'm working on it, and hopefully, I friggin' hope by the end of this week I might have finally got through it. Right, spin the wheel, Chinny.
Oh, okay.
The wheel.
Oh my god.
This
takes too long. Takes too long. But we're spinning it anyway and landed on Duke.
Okay. So, in addition to Red Dead 2, I've been playing Rocket League and Insurgency Sandstorm. I don't really have anything new to say about them, so I'll just say that Insurgency Sandstorm, I'm getting better at it. Like, I've noticed that, first of all, in Call of Duty, very often you can reload while you're running and it's not a big deal. In this game, it slows you down considerably. And if you're out in the open, which there's another thing, don't go out in the open. Like that's something that in Call of Duty and Battlefield, like the urgency to get to the control point in Battlefield is such that it sometimes just makes sense to, throw caution to the wind a little bit and run out. But in this game, you should not throw caution to any winds. This game is brutal, and I played a little bit of PvP, and I can't decide which I like better, because when it's PvP, I know that I've outsmarted humans, and I've started to notice in the PvE servers how stupid the AI is in some respects. So I don't know. I kind of like there's a satisfaction in getting a kill in PvP that is very nice. And the other thing is in PvE, you have to, well, in either one of them, your team has to gain a control point in order to, or satisfy an objective, which sometimes is blowing up an ammo cache or whatever, in order to respawn some of the dead soldiers. But in PvE, that can sometimes take a while, because you'll have one person who's really good who needs to go in and get the control point, and it'll take a while. Whereas in PvP, sometimes you just have a wave that respawns, and you just out of nowhere, it's like, okay, you're back in the game. So the fact that you can get into the game more quickly in PvP makes that attractive in some ways. But, such a tense game. It's, I actually get tenser playing this than I do with Rocket League, which is weird, because Rocket League is the game that puts me on edge, especially when I'm losing. But it's so good. I love Insurgency Sandstorm. I'm just really into it. And then the only other game I played, which I'll go ahead and talk about now because I don't have too much to say about Sandstorm, is called Mole Cats. This was a free demo. So I played the game called Mole Cats.
What?
Exactly. So if you think Lemming...
I'm sorry, is Stu going?
I know, it's usually me who has a game that you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
I know. Well, it's an indie game. It's the graphics are good. And it's... actually, I do have something else to talk about later. I forgot about it. Anyway, so Mole Cats is, it's a game for kids. It's Lemmings, but instead of controlling the animals, what you do is you control the tiles that they're walking through. So they walk through it, and the one next to it, you can rotate them. And, they're all designed in such a way that when you rotate them a certain way, they'll go up, and you rotate it a different way, they'll go down, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
After the first couple of levels, they start introducing different factors like buttons that they can go over, and you can shake the ground, so they have to hop over the buttons or whatever it is. There are doors that you can't get past until you activate this other thing. There's like mushrooms you're supposed to gather. There's a mechanic for you to speed up the game. The animal is running around, and you can make the animal run faster. Which is a nice thing, because otherwise it's annoying to have to wait for them to get to where they are. It's a little tricky at first to figure out how to control things, but once you get the hang of it, and as far as I can tell, there's no key binds for shifting and rotating the tiles. And the other thing is you have to make sure that the tile is highlighted before you start rotating it. So more than once, I wanted the guy to go left instead of right or whatever it is, but because I had the wrong tile selected, it rotated the other way. So it was just the controls aren't perfect.
So,
that said,
Lemmings
the
with stupid cats, isn't it?
Yeah, it is pretty much. And the mechanic of rotating tiles rather than controlling the lemmings themselves.
It looks quite cool though. I like the art.
It has great graphics. It's humorous. I think kids could really get into this. I think it's a nice distraction for kids. I think there's a lot of elements in it that kids might like. So if you've got kids, you could do.
Is it as good as Fortnite? Because that's what all the kids are playing. Do you think they're going to put that down to play this?
You never know what people are going to put down and pick up. So I'll put it out there. If a parent is looking for a game for their kid, you could do worse than check out Mole Cats. There's a free demo on Steam. So what have you got to lose?
Time.
Yeah, you do, but give it a shot.
Give it a shot. You never know. Right, okay. I guess we should have you, Chinny, seeing as you've not been, and fuck the spinning wheel of justice.
Well, it's only going to be Well, let's talk about the Resident Evil demo, Stu.
Okay.
Let's
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
I was shit at it. What about you?
Yeah, I wasn't very good at it. It's been a long time.
Did you find the window that you climbed through?
The window that you climb through. I don't think I got that far.
When you go into the second area, you know, you sort of get the knife off the dude and then you cut the tape and you go in the second area and then you get attacked by a zombie. And there's like a security guard hanging from the ceiling jobby
Yes.
thing. And then you go into a room and you pick up a locker key card off the table.
Yes.
Well, in the corner of that room, and I didn't realize this till I watched someone else playing it. There's a window that you have to climb through to get into the next bit of the level.
No, that's kind of where I got to be honest. Because there was a safe in my room. I went into one of these rooms, and there was a safe in there, and I thought, oh, I must be able to find this combination somewhere to open this safe, and I thought that was the next thing I had to do. Which it probably wasn't. It was probably to climb through the window that you're talking.
The window, yeah.
But then the game just went bye like that.
Because it's called the one-shot demo. So basically, you get one go, and then that's it, and then you can't play it again. But that's not strictly true because if you've got more than one account on your PlayStation, you can play it as many times as you like.
Yeah, yeah. I've got an attachment to Resident Evil 2. That
you see, I've never played the original, so I can't compare.
Well, I never played it either.
Oh,
ooh, go on.
Tell us more.
Watched my brother play Resident Evil 2 pretty much all the way through. I mean, I did play the first 10 minutes, and then I got scared and didn't play it because I was 13 or whatever. So I would pretend that I wasn't scared of it, and then be like, no, the game's shit. That's why I'm not playing it. But it was in 1998. I watched my brother play it a lot. I remember we had it in the living room. And I don't know why we had the PlayStation in the living room, but my brother, it was his PlayStation, and he was fascinated with Resident Evil 2, and he would just play the shit out of this game. And I watched him play it for so many hours, and then I remember once he played it without me, and I came back, and he was in a completely different area with fucking different monsters. I was like, what? Yeah. So I know, even though I've never played it properly, I know it well. Especially the first quarter of it, I remember quite well.
So is this the same, but obviously just looks a million times better?
I don't remember. Because I know it well, but I don't remember any of this. So it probably is the same. I remember the fire station roughly. I remember the security footage bit, at the start. I feel like that vague. I kind of vaguely remember that kind of happening. The guy under the shutters, I'm not sure if that happened. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, though, it looks pretty gross in this game.
It is pretty disgusting. But I have to say, I was very impressed with Resident Evil 2.
I'll be honest. If I saw this and no one told me it was a remake of a really old game, I'd just think it was coming out now.
Well, there has been a remake of the Resident Evil. Well, I think there's been about 4 remakes of the first Resident Evil, but there's a recent remake of the first Resident Evil. The one with the mansion and all that shit.
Yeah.
That got this treatment, and I've got it on my Xbox.
Does it really look as good as this, though?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, it's it was made recently. They did.
See, because they've obviously majorly updated the controls because there isn't the stop and shoot thing anymore. You can still sort of move and all that sort of stuff.
They did this treatment that they're doing to Resident Evil 2. That they did to Resident Evil 1. About a year or so ago, and I never played it. And now because I played this, I'm like, I should play fucking Resident Evil 1 because I was just sitting on my hard drive. I was so impressed with it. I'm very, very scared because I'm a big pussy. And what scared me the most was the lack of ammo was the problem.
I had quite a lot. I ended up with about 35 bullets.
Well, yeah, I did, but I died in it once.
Right.
And this bit that he's running through now. I mean, he absolutely ran through that bit, but I didn't do that. I kind of took my time, and I was struggling to find ammo and all that sorts of stuff. But it does sort of harken back to the old school games, it does feel a bit old-fashioned because you're constantly looking for ammo, and I was basically in trouble. Like my first playthrough, I ran out of ammo and I had 2-3 zombies.
Yeah, and them zombies, unless you headshot them, they're just bullet sponges.
Yeah. Well, you shoot them in the chest 3 times, and then sometimes they go down, and then but it takes about 6 shots to the chest to get them down.
Oh yeah.
But
they're pretty tough.
Sometimes they'll fucking get back up. You know, they're dead, and they've been dead for like 2 minutes. Do you know what I mean? They haven't done anything, and then they'll fucking just get back up, and they need one more shot. I was really impressed with it. I loved it. But I'm not a big.
With you. I love the atmosphere as well. It's very creepy.
Yeah, I'm not a big horror fan. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan, but this is kind of like I'm all right with this. Yeah, it was
like you struggle to find the balance between action and horror.
Yeah, exactly. And
have you played Resident Evil 7 yet, Ginny?
No.
Such a good game.
I'm sure.
I wish they'd pick a number system. There's 7 and then 5 and then 2 and then 1 and then 9.
Oh yeah, going backwards.
So
now.
this on the screen now is me. This is my gameplay. So I kill this fat fuck in this little room, and which is all fine. So I'm like,
why are you aiming for his belly, man? You got to shoot zombies in the head.
It's a big target, and then his body starts, when it's dead, it's twitching on the floor, and it starts waving at me. I don't know if you saw that, which was quite nice. Hey! So
that is very
Howdy. Like I killed someone in Skyrim one time, and it was a Khajiit, and his tail kept wagging after he was dead, and it's like, I think you're faking.
Yeah. So I'm very impressed with it. I think I'm invested in it. I think I will give it a go. Stuart?
Yes, I would absolutely agree.
Are you tempted to play the remake of the first one now that you know that it exists?
Possibly, although Antonio has pointed out that it's not entirely true what you're saying. He said Resi 1 got a remake for the GameCube, and then the GameCube version was ported to modern consoles. So it's not like this in 4K and HDR and all that bollocks. It's just the remake for the GameCube.
I don't think he's right.
I don't know. I can only tell you.
Conflict.
What he's saying.
Oh snap!
Mind you, he's a big fan of.
He is. But
what the fuck does he know?
Yeah. What does he know? I'm quite a big Resident Evil fan. I love 7. I really like 5. And I did like 4. So I do like the more modern ones. But
I
obviously
played 4.
4's good. 4's a really good game.
Yeah, I know. Everybody says it's a classic. I watched the video today, but there's a YouTube channel called Ars Technica, and they do they're doing this series called War Stories, and it's about video games. And one of them is about Dead Space and the development of Dead Space. And he basically says, you know, Resident Evil 4 was he said, I want to make Resident Evil 4 in space. That's it. That's Dead Space.
The Ars Technica, if it's the same organization, is a really good and well-known technology blob.
Yeah, I think it's them. I think it is them.
Well, then they do good work. I can vouch for them.
They are
there you go.
Good.
But yeah, I'm with you. I think this is probably a definite buy, I would have said. Especially in this early part of the year, it's looking pretty bloody good. Yeah. I am going to give it another go because I've got 2 other accounts on my PS4, because Millie has one, and then I had one that I made for my Japanese account.
I'm not going to have another go because I've got a life and I'm not doing that.
It's only 30 minutes, isn't it? I'll tell you what, though, that 30 minutes goes so fast. It was like, wow, is that really 30 minutes? You know, when I finished, I was like, God, that's really 30 minutes.
Antonio might be correct here. This looks like so this is the Resident Evil Xbox One remake.
Yeah, that is not in the same caliber, is it?
No. Well, but it's cool though because it's like the old style Resident Evil, where you know fixed camera angles and stuff. So yeah, maybe I won't give it a go, or I won't rush to give it a go. But you know, it might be interesting to go back to that kind of style game.
Yeah, it doesn't look terrible, but it ain't in the same caliber.
When Devil May Cry 3, they did some remaster or re-release, and I thought, oh, it'd be cool to try this again. Like, it was so frustrating to me, and I was so used to being able to control the camera that the novelty of it wore off very quickly. So FYI.
Yeah. So yeah, Antonio, I was right. So like this is basically like an absolute remake of like a like for like of Resident Evil, whereas Resident Evil 2 remake is what if they made Resident Evil 2 now. So what would that look like? So maybe Resident Evil 2 is more my bag anyway, because
I think I agree.
Yeah, there was an easy mode though when I died on Resident Evil 2. I don't know if
was there?
Yeah, so
no, because I didn't die like I didn't suck like you did.
Yeah, that's true. So when I died, it says, "Do you want to play Pussyweed mode?" And I think
seriously,
no, it didn't say Pussyweed, but like it said, you know, like you get a bit more ammo, I think, and you get like a health boost when you're attacked by a zombie and stuff.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, you get like a Pussyweed mode. So. I might end up playing it on the Pussyweed mode because I'm a pussyweed when it comes to horror. Horror games just freak me out a little bit.
You should definitely give Resident Evil 7 a go because it's so good.
They just freak me out. I'm not a fan of like horror in general. Do you know what I mean? Like horror movies, horror games.
Yeah, you like Condemned.
I like Condemned.
And Dead Space.
No, I like Condemned. Yeah, I like Condemned 1 and 2 and Dead Space. But I didn't necessarily enjoy every second of it. It scares the shit out of me.
But you didn't enjoy playing them.
I was like, I don't want to do it again. It scares me. Yeah. So when I was like, I suppose it'd be a good game to stream. But when I was like walking through the corridors with Chris in Resident Evil 2, I was like, for fuck's sake, like I don't want to do it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't go to Ravenholm. Ravenholm.
Finley's, but I'm such a pussy that we don't go to Ravenholm scared me. Yeah, that's a creepy place.
That's a fucking scary. I hate. I've played Half-Life 2 probably about 4 or 5 times through, and I fucking hate that section. Like I don't want to do it.
Ravenholm and the prison. I'm not particularly fond of the prison level either.
Prison's not that bad. When you're in it, it's not too bad. But yeah, so we'll see. Maybe I should play Resident Evil 2. Maybe I should play it on the stream every Thursday night, which went well last.
Maybe you should.
It went well. Resident Evil. Sorry, not Resident Evil. The stream this Thursday. I just streamed Tomb Raider, which is what I was playing, and it was good fun, good laugh. So maybe I should only play Resident Evil 2 on the stream.
Yes, maybe do that.
That might be cool. Then people can watch me get scared.
Yeah, isn't it Finley who said that Half-Life 2 was his game of the year because it was the first time he'd ever played it? Is that right? Am I right in thinking that?
I think that's right. Anyway.
Anyway.
Right. I'm not spinning a wheel. Fucking Stu.
Nope.
You go on.
I'll just go. Obviously, I have my Retro Pi thing working now, and that's all up and running. And I decided to give Metal Gear Solid a go because I thought, I wonder what that's like, the original Metal Gear.
Jank as fuck.
It kind of is, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It isn't. All right, it's got this weird mechanic. It's like, obviously, again, not a game I played the first time around, so this is the first time I've ever played it. But it does this fixed camera angle view, similar to the Resident Evil thing, but then goes into first person when you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
It's a really weird thing, but it did kind of work. I was more impressed with it than I thought it was going to be because I thought it was going to be really janky.
Did you ever play it?
No, I've never played it before.
I watched my mate play it for a few hours, when I was young, but I never played it.
Yeah, it's definitely cool, and I can see how the series progressed and became what it is now. And there are, those mechanics are all kind of still there. The stealth worked fine, like crawling under stuff and hiding and what have you, and waiting for people to move around and all that kind of stuff. And I would say for the time this probably came out, which I have no idea, I'm guessing sort of mid-90s somewhere, 95, 96.
98 or 7, something
like that. Is it somewhere around there? It's pretty slick. You know what I mean? When you think of the hardware that it was running on, I think they did a good job with what they had available, and you can see even back then how much creativity Kojima had and what he was aiming to do. So yeah, I was pretty impressed. I must admit, quite impressed. And I saved the game. I went, I'll save this because I might actually come back to it and have another go.
You'll never go back.
I probably won't. But it's kind of cool. I think for the time, it is weird though when you start the game and it's kind of does these like kind of almost not too bad looking cutscenes, and then you remember that the gameplay is going to look nothing like that.
Metal Gear Solid was released on my birthday, 1998.
Wow. So there you go.
Pow.
But yeah, it's kind of impressive what they achieved.
The same year as Resident Evil 1. No, Resident Evil 2, sorry.
Yeah, so same year.
Nice.
So there you go. Back over to you, Chinny.
Did we just skip Duke?
He's not got anything else to play, has
I
he?
have one more thing.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
you did mention you had something
There's
else.
no reason to bring up a video of it unless you really want to, but the Myst 25th century or the 25th anniversary 25th anniversary edition, they sent the discs out, and I was like, wait a minute, they're supposed to also send digital things. And so I emailed the company. I was like, I never got my digital codes, and I didn't really need them, but I wanted them. So they were like, oh yeah, so
Of course you did.
they sent me the digital codes, and so I don't really care about Uru Ages of Myst or Myst 4 or Myst 5. I think Myst 5 is Uru. But anyway, they sent me Myst, Real Myst, Masterpiece Edition, Riven, and Exile. And Exile is the one I'm dying to play because I haven't played that except for the first time. So that's the one I'm really keen to play. But I thought, you know what? I love these games so much. Let me go through and do them all each again. And so I did the first one, Real Myst, and it's so good. It's just so good. Yeah, I mean, it's weird because this Real Myst thing, they're combining obviously much better graphics, and you can move around in it like a first-person shooter, you know,
Right.
WSD, up, down, left, right. But then the videos are from back in the day, so that's weird. And I kind of feel like because you can move around everywhere now, it's easier to miss things. So, for instance, in one of the ages, I couldn't tell where the blue page was because I was just moving around, and it's just there's more in front of you. You know what I mean? It's less curated than when
Yeah, but I suppose like
frame.
when you're clicking frame by frame, like you're looking at each frame, you're like studying it, whereas you just walk.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whatever. It's such a masterpiece, and to think about all the things they achieved at the time, it was just it's such an amazing achievement in video games. Yeah, I don't want to go on too much about Myst. Riven, then it's weird to go because they never redid Riven in that same way of walking around WASD. So the graphics actually are significantly less polished in Riven compared to Real Myst, but there's still great graphics, and it's still a wonderful game. It's much more ambitious. In Myst, each age is its own little world. In Riven, the whole thing is one unified thing, and there's different parts to it, but you have to keep track of things from the first part of the world when you get into the third part of the world. So it's just harder to put it all together. And I remember that Riven was one of the only puzzle games that I ever used a cheat code on. Or not cheat code, but one of the little books of answers, because there was a what was it when they got to the final thing the first time through, the final little puzzle. I was like, I can tell what I would need to do, but I don't really feel like doing all the work, and it's kind of confusing anyway. So I just said, hey, I called the bookstore I was working at, and I was like, hey guys, there's a answers book for this game. Go look at the end and tell me where to put the little marbles. And they were like, okay. So that was pretty funny.
Wow. It is funny. So there's no rose tinted glasses needed, isn't it, with this game? It still holds up pretty
really
well.
I mean, there's of course the maze with the sounds is dumb, and but I just feel like I've been so honest with the game throughout my time with it that there's nothing that I need to do in terms of excusing problems with it. I guess
you see, I tried playing Riven and I just couldn't get on with it.
Oh,
I like Myst and I really enjoyed it, but I found Riven almost too abstract somehow.
Riven is pretty abstract, and it's certainly I think
Stu found it abstract.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Not like Proteus.
Exactly.
But I think what Riven does is it shows less concern for your feelings because Myst is so welcoming and so user friendly. Riven is not so user friendly, and it actually has like people in it. You know, when you're wandering around, you'll see a little girl who runs away from you. You'll see people in the distance who run off. So it's weird because it's trying to do two things at once. It's trying to be a bigger world with, you know, actual humans in it, but at the same time, it feels more empty. So I don't know. It's bizarre, but it's great. Anybody who hasn't played Riven or Myst, start with Real Myst Masterpiece Edition. And they've said that my big book, the Myst linking book, is on its way. So I'm keen to see that.
Gonna do an unboxing video.
Yeah.
Did you ever? What was the new game they brought out that you?
Abduction.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got about halfway through
finish
it. I got about halfway through it, and then just I don't know. I couldn't get on with it, as you say. And maybe I gave up too easily. Maybe I'll go back to it at some point. But I just reached a point where I'm like, I'm not feeling this. Maybe I don't have the same patience for that sort of puzzle game now that I used to.
I do. It's a time of life thing, isn't it? It's like,
maybe
you know, I wouldn't get 10,000 kills in Gears of War now because like I've got a life.
You can't be bothered.
And I can't be arsed. I'm dying. I'm 33.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
I'm dying.
I ain't got time for that.
I'm dying, man.
So old.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd ever go back to Riven. I found it a bit.
I'm looking at it now, and I
the
never want to
puzzles were
look
just
at it
too
again.
abstract for me. They were like, what?
Fair enough.
I'm still shocked, Duke, that you've never played Witness yet. I'm just kind of shocked. Because I think that would be totally your
10 years of doing
game.
this show, I don't know why you are shocked about that.
No, I should realize.
I don't know.
Now.
Here's the way it works. You ready? Let me explain how it works. Hey Duke, you really ought to try this game. Fuck you! I don't need
I
to
didn't
tell
tell
you
you
what
to try
do.
it. I just said I'm surprised you haven't.
Yeah. One of these days I'll get around to it, and when I do, I'll go, man, why didn't anybody tell me how great this game?
Yeah, how good Witness is. It's just kind of like Myst with really cool puzzles and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Just
we'll
play
see.
everything Stu wants immediately.
Anyway. Is that it for you now, Dookie? You're done.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, back to you, Chinny.
So I've been playing some more Tomb Raider. Not much to say about Tomb Raider other than, Lara Croft is still insane and still needs help. And
certifying. That's what she needs.
Yeah, she needs to seek help. Just seek help, and just sort it out because she's fucking crazy. But apart from that, I am enjoying the game. Other than the story, like the story's ridiculous, but the game is great. But I have been playing another game every day at work.
What?
Yeah, at work.
Wow.
So
you're getting your work done.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Ooh. Yeah, I had a student write about this for one of his poems.
So I've been playing this. I haven't bought it with my money. Jamie has bought it. He's a big Smash fan and has been showing me the ropes to Smash Brothers. I did play Melee back in the day on the GameCube, but I didn't really know what Smash Brothers was. So I played it on my own, where Smash Brothers is a game really that you play with, local couch co-op. Well, not co-op, but, locally against people in the same room. Very good for college dorms. Very good for people who have a lot of people living together in one place. This kind of hit me in my... Melee kind of hit me in my life where I didn't really have that situation. I was 16. I was working as a brickies labourer. I didn't really have anybody. I didn't know anybody else that wanted to play Super Smash Brothers particularly. So this one has come out, and I've really been fighting whether I should buy it. And I said to Jamie, "Should I buy it?" And I says, "I'll bring mine in, and we'll play it." So Jamie has bought the GameCube controller converter for the Switch. And I have to say, I was very impressed. Somebody who's got 4 GameCube controllers in their house, me. I do. I bought 2 off an alcoholic, don't ask. And Okay, since you did ask,
Like you do.
he was very drunk. Well, no, he was an alcoholic, and he wanted to sell his Wii. And this is when the Wiis were hot shit. Remember that, when the Wiis were hot shit?
I do. I remember when they were like the shit.
The shit. And he said, "Oh, I need some money. I think I might sell my Wii." And I went, interesting. Yeah, and
Your pain is my benefit.
He basically sold me his Wii with a couple of controllers and a couple of GameCube controllers and a few games here and there. Listen, I feel bad about it. Yes, somebody else would have bought it from me, right? So bought it from him. So why not?
If I didn't do it, someone else would.
Hey, I might as well
why
gain
not
from
be
it.
you?
So doesn't matter.
Let it be me. Little
He's
song
fine.
for the Indigo Girls fans.
He's still alive or anything. He's not gone off the rails or anything like that. Anyway, so we've been playing Smash 1 p.m. Every day this week at work. Me and Jamie get our Smash on, and a few people in the office have been joining us. I have to say, I've been super impressed with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's for people that don't know, I mean, a lot of people kind of know what it is. It's a fighting game, and it's a cast of Nintendo characters and then some. So Solid Snake is in it. A lot of characters from games I have no idea are in it. Pokemons are in it. Mario's in it. Fucking Link's in it. Zelda's in it. Zero Suit Samus is in it. Captain Falcon, Yoshi. There's fucking loads of characters in it. The Ice Climbers are fucking in it. God knows what they're doing. And yeah, loads of different characters, but they all play the same. All your moves are the same, right? You've got I'm playing on the GameCube controller, right? So the big A button is hit, and if you move in a direction, it does a different kind of hit. The B button is a special, and if you move in a different direction with the special button, it does a different kind of hit. All you got to do is stay on the platform and don't get knocked off. And the more you punch somebody, the more their percentage goes up, the more chance they're going to be knocked off. So if you're on 100% and I'm on 50, if I punch you off the edge, you're more likely to be knocked off the edge. So that's it. You've just got to knock them off. It's so simple and easy to sort of get your head round after a couple of matches. Very, very impressed. Super polished. Lots of choice of stages and characters. What you're seeing on the screen now is the kind of single player unlocking characters and stuff. I don't know much about that because I haven't really done much on it, but I probably will get it at some point. I love Smash Brothers. So that's.
So can I just ask you? I'm assuming you've played Smash Brothers before this.
I played Melee. If you listen to what I said earlier, like on this show about 10 minutes ago, I said I played Melee on the GameCube. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not the more recent ones.
No, I didn't play the Wii U one, which apparently was pretty good.
Yeah, I did. I played the Wii U one. It was pretty good.
Yeah, apparently it was pretty good. I also said it was pretty good before you just said
it was pretty good. I played it. It was pretty good.
Pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Yes, just Void Games is just down the road from my office. Like they're literally about 4 doors down. And Coop is a big Smash fan, and I'm scared to play him, so I haven't played him.
Yeah, I've seen him play Street Fighter. He'll kick your ass.
Yes, I know. It's very cool. Like it's just a really simple fighting game. I mean, this is obvious shit for people that've been playing this game for many years, but I was just so like shocked at how sort of simple it is to get into, how much fun it is, and kind of like what people sort of get like overwhelmed with on Smash is kind of the point of Smash Brothers. The first thing people say is, I don't know what the fuck is happening on screen. Where the fuck am I? And that's kind of the point of the game, is like it's chaos, right? Obviously with like pro level, pros just play it one-on-one, no items, no bells and whistles, they just fucking fight. But when we had 5 people at one point fighting in one stage, and it was mental. Great fun, loved it. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, might buy it.
There you go.
Might buy
gonna get it.
I still regret buying Mario Party for the Switch. It's a fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate it. But we're gonna play it at work. Jamie says, "Oh, we should play it at work."
Find a way to make it fun.
Yeah, so he said, like, at least you haven't wasted your money, because I can't refund the fucker thing. So I've learnt my lesson. Have you got another game to talk about? Sure.
I have one more game, right? Now, it's another retro game, because I thought, let's make use of this retro console I have built.
Yeah.
So Metal Gear Solid, I thought I can play that. It kind of holds up all right for this day and age, and I can probably, get through a bit of it. GTA 2, not so much. Not so much. Frig me, that game does not hold up very well now.
No, I never liked GTA 2 ever.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, even you saying you don't like it is saying something.
I
Because you're
didn't
a
like it when
Rockstar
it came out
fanboy.
in like '99 or whatever it was. I never liked GTA 2. Didn't think it controlled very well at
The
all.
control scheme is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like spin on the spot and then hold the trigger to run.
Yeah.
I'm like, who comes up with that control scheme? Who goes, you know what? This will be a good idea. Rather than just using the direction pad or... I'm assuming this was pre-analog stick, wasn't it? Is this a PS1 game, isn't it?
Yeah, it would have been, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's where the problem lay, because they were a bit like, well, how do we implement this and still have all the other stuff that we need to be able to do?
But they did it with GTA 1. GTA 1 doesn't control as bad.
It's terrible. It was just terrible to play.
What wasn't broken.
Yeah, the for some reason, my problem with GTA 2 was like the cars just didn't feel very good to drive.
No,
Never.
they're terrible as well.
And in GTA 1 they were decent. They were decent, but I think they tried to add an amount of realism and movement to the cars that didn't quite sort of translate. So yeah, GTA 2 is just the one that it's the one Rockstar game that I've probably put maybe an hour into. I mean, I've put many an hour into most of them apart from Manhunt 2. But yeah, like GTA 2 is just, maybe it's the 2s.
Maybe it is the 2s.
Manhunt 2.
It's just
GTA
not.
2.
It just doesn't feel like a very good game, I guess.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
There you go. It must be the 2s.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, I just don't think it's very good. And I'll be honest, they must have made a lot of money just on the name, because if this was their first game, I don't think we'd be seeing what we're seeing now, because it's not very good.
No, I mean, GTA 1 was a bit of a phenomenon. That came out in 97, and that was, yeah, everybody was talking about that. And I remember the expansion packs were something that did really well on GTA 1, the London stuff. But yeah, I don't really remember many people talking about GTA 2. Like, it wasn't, it could have been, it just shows you, yeah, it could have been one of these franchises that could have gone away.
Yeah, never happened.
But obviously, that time of technology, they just hit the 3D world right, and they did.
And I think also
GTA
on
3
top
right.
of that was the controversy helped.
It does.
You know,
It does.
all the controversy that surrounded this game, and like, you can run people over, and you can rob people, and you can do this, and you can do that, and all the kids were loving it because all the parents were hating it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'd
I
be
think it
keen
was
to
just
go
a game
back
of its time.
to GTA 1 and 3. I'll probably miss 2, but yeah, I'll be keen to go back.
This
to
just incidentally, this on screen is just the mission that I've just done,
Ah.
or did do during the game, where you have to go and deliver this car and steal a police car and then go and deliver it somewhere. But even that, trying to escape from the cops was so difficult.
Yeah.
They're just all over you, and you're just like, and then the car blew up, and I was like, yeah, I'm turning this off.
Done.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see where, GTA originated. I've never played the first one at all, so I can't really comment on that. But this is obviously
It's better.
very,
The first one's better than this one. Much better.
yeah, which is saying something, because that's not usually what should happen, is it really?
I'm not quite sure what happened, really.
Yeah, no, I'm saying no. Usually the sort of the second one should be better than the first one.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2 is better than Assassin's Creed 1.
Exactly.
Portal 2 is better than Portal 1.
Exactly. Dead Space 2.
Riven's better than Myst. Oh, wait, you just said you liked Myst better than Riven.
That is true. That is
Ew.
true. Maybe there are exceptions to the rule. There are.
Anyway.
And that's it for me. So I guess we better get on to what's coming out this
I've
year.
got something else to talk about.
Oh, no. What have you got?
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just get on with it. What?
Allow it.
Games.
Well, what else have you got?
Me and Tara have been playing Snipper Clips. We played that. and
Snippy clips.
I got really pissed off with it. Yeah, I did. Like, I don't usually get pissed off, but I was getting really pissed off. I think it was just my mood that day. I was just like Tara, I'm getting like genuinely annoyed, and she's laughing.
And is it just because you kept failing?
I was trying to tell her where to like cut my character, and she was like, no, like, and I was like, oh, I just can't fucking do this right now.
What you're saying is, right, you were telling Tara what to do. She wouldn't do it, so you got irritated.
I got rage quitted. So we played. Nintendo has a kind of similar service to Game Pass. I don't know if you know about that.
I've heard about how shit it is.
Well, you don't get as much value out of it as Game Pass. You know, I think somebody did a calculation like you get like $1,000 or $2,000 worth of games or something if you get Game Pass on the Xbox.
Yeah,
and I think on the PlayStation it's a little bit less, but still pretty good. And then on the Nintendo it's like $300. Do you know what I mean? No, somebody actually did the maths on it.
Okay.
Anyway, but we played a few games. We played Tecmo Bowl, which I've never played, and I enjoyed it. Tara didn't like that one as much because she didn't win, is the gist of it.
Okay.
And then we played Dodgeball, and Dodgeball was a lot more fun. I enjoyed Dodgeball. That was cool. And then we played a bit of tennis. It's not bad. It's kind of interesting to play these games, whether they're worth the money.
But let's be honest, right, Chinny? You have the same as I've got, haven't you? You've got a Retro Pi type console.
Yeah.
Where you could play all these games anyway, regardless of subscribing.
Yeah, I mean,
to some
I
rubbish
bought.
service.
I didn't buy this service for these games. Do you know what I mean? I bought the service so I could play online.
Yeah.
This just comes with it, so I thought I'd try it out. So but some of them don't even like emulate that well because you get the sort of the flashing sprites effect on
right.
when something's poorly emulated. It gets like this flashing sprites effect. You'll get it sometimes on the Raspberry Pi,
right?
And some of the games were doing that. The Dodgeball game was really bad for it, even though we enjoy playing that a lot. So,
yeah, and that's on your Switch, though. That's not on the Pi.
That's on my Switch, yeah.
Yeah. So it should be working perfectly.
Yeah, you'd expect it to, and it
Yeah,
doesn't, because it's an
yeah.
emulation. It's the same. It's probably the same emulation that.
Yeah, they
you
probably
on
just
your
get the
Pi.
one they use on the Pi.
Yeah. So
It's cheaper. We don't need to make one. There's one on the internet. I'll just get it.
yeah, but it's if you didn't have a Pi or anything like that, it'd be all right. Do you know what I mean? It'd be pretty cool. So
Yeah.
all right, that's me done.
Is that you done?
Yep.
You done? Are we all done? Right, let's get on to games that are coming out this year that don't look like old retro games.
All right. Why not use this theme?
Yeah, bitch!
Yeah, bitch!
Play my game. Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection.
Yeah, bitch!
There you go. Right. Are we going to do this by platform? Or are we going to do it just by in general? How are we doing this?
In general, I suppose.
Go
in
for it.
general. So, Chinny, you start us off. What do you want to talk about?
Oh shit! I thought you'd have a link or something.
I can give you that just a minute. I'll put it in the chat. Just
Okay.
hold up.
I thought you'd be like, okay, this is what we're going to.
Here we go. Right, yeah, hold up. Then. Held up. Keep your fucking knickers on. Let's.
Nope.
I'm
Knickers are
going to put it in the chat in a second if I can figure out where that is. Hold up. Where is it? There we go. Here we go. Control V. There you go. Right, I've stuck it in the chat.
Okay, I see.
Right.
I see that. You start it, Stu, because I'm
Right. Okay. First thing I'm going to talk about that's coming out in January is The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 3, Broken Toys, which releases on the 15th of January.
Yeah.
Which is like 2 days from now. So yeah. So the final third episode is here.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be interesting, like I said last week, to see where this goes and how it ends up in the end.
Let's just find out.
I'll know in like 2 days' time what's going down.
Right.
So yeah, so I am in some ways kind of looking forward to it, and just to see. I'm assuming there's not going to have a lot changed. I'm guessing they won't have actually changed anything fundamentally.
Now Clementine is a 90-year-old man.
I know, yeah. Nothing fundamentally. I'm assuming the story, because from what I could gather, episode 3 was kind of almost finished when they bought it out and said they were going to finish it all. So I assume what we'll get is pretty much what was planned.
Yeah.
But then I don't know that for certain. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, have you got any interest, either of you two, in playing this final season?
I got to play the third one. I haven't touched the third one.
I do, just as a more of a academic reason for it, really.
Because you can only buy it. Is it on the Epic Game Stores? The only place you can buy it now, if you want to buy it now.
Yeah, well, I'm sure.
I believe. I think they've sort of bought exclusivity for it or something.
I'm sure it is. Good for them. Well, when I get to that problem, I'll solve it.
They have money falling out of their asses at Epic now these days, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, maybe I'd play it. I don't know.
So that's first thing in January for me. What about you, Chinny?
I think for me, it is going to be Resident Evil 2. I'm looking for January now. It's the only thing really that's spiked my interest. So I think that I will be playing this when it releases every Thursday on my live stream, so people can watch me get scared.
Yeah, I think you should definitely do that.
Yeah.
You should do that. And Duke, anything in January that you're looking at and thinking, oh yeah, that looks pretty cool?
Nah, nothing jumps out at me.
There you go. The other thing I'd obviously mention is Life is Strange Episode 2 comes out on the 24th, so I'll be definitely playing that.
I gotta play the first one first.
Yeah, you've got to play the first bloody whole season first.
Imagine that.
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I really enjoyed the first episode, and I think this has got a lot of legs, and I think it's gonna kind of be a really, really good story and narrative. I'm kind of looking forward to the second episode. So it's so good. The first one was so good. And then obviously I'm with you on the Resident Evil 2 thing.
Yeah.
I definitely think that's going to be good.
Fab.
And that's it. That's kind of it for January. There's not a whole lot, but there's highlights. There's stuff coming.
No.
There's stuff coming, even in January. Right, Feb.
Feb for me.
Feb for
I
you.
know it's shit, right? But I've got a soft spot for it.
God.
Far Cry New Dawn is.
You know what? That's the one that kind of stands out to me.
Yeah, I don't know what. Like, I know 5 wasn't that good, right? But if there's yeah, exactly. So that if the ending of Far Cry 5 is ridiculous and terrible.
Yes, terrible.
But this game,
I'd be curious to see how they deal with it.
Yeah, it takes place like 17 years later after that, and it's interesting how it would be dealt with. And also, I trust the Far Cry developers to make a game that's a bit more batshit crazy, because when they do stuff that's a bit more batshit crazy, they do it well.
And the DLC tends to be more crazy than the regular.
So I think I'm interested in New Dawn. I was put off massively by Metro Exodus at EGX, Stu, but I know that's going to be one of yours.
Oh yeah, that's as not great as that demo was, I've got confidence that the game itself is going to be really good. So I have no sort of worries really. I think it's going to meet my expectations. So that's for Feb. That's definitely a game that obviously it's going to be a day one purchase, and I'll be playing it.
You'll be on it. You'll be on it.
I'll be on it. I might even stream some of it. I should do that.
Oh my God!
I should definitely do that.
Well, if this does come out, I think I have to try it. Crackdown 3.
Yeah.
What do you mean if? That's definitely coming, I would have said. I think that's confirmed, or in fact, if I'm not mistaken.
They need to.
It's confirmed.
It was confirmed when the Xbox One launched. So,
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't know. I'll be interested to see if it actually turns out to be better than expected or anticipated for me.
I doubt it's gonna.
Look, it might be incredible. You never know. It's been in
It's all about
development
how
for
it plays,
25
right?
years, so
Let's not kid ourselves. The first one, the story wasn't great, the graphics were okay, but the gameplay was so good.
Yeah. But I think that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a good gameplay game, and that's about it.
And I think, do you know what I think was? I think the most amazing thing about the original Crackdown was how well the co-op was implemented on it.
But the thing is, what made Crackdown unique was that the fact that no one else did that, and now they do. And games like that exist, and we've played it many, many times. So at the time when it came out, which is like, what, 2006, that was like hot shit. Now it's 2 a penny. I don't know what a Crackdown 3 has to do to get me interested, other than fucking get released, because it's never going to get released. I'm interested in it. I want it to be good. Don't get me wrong. I never want a game to be bad at all. I want it to be good. I just don't know. Every time I see something on Crackdown 3, I look at it and go, yeah, that looks like Crackdown, like what I played, 12 years ago. What about it really makes any difference? I could go back and play Crackdown 1 if I wanted to do that again.
By the way, there's no good place for me to say this, so I'll just say it now because I just remembered it. I've looked in every red box I've come across. None of them have Fallout 76 for the Xbox. It's all for PS4. So I want to play it, but I don't know how I'm going to. So go figure.
There you go.
Marshy texted me this week saying, you need to buy Fallout 76. It's so good. I'm like, you're no longer my friend.
Not what I've heard.
No, do you know what? Apparently, it's not that bad now. It's been patched a million times.
Nah, whatever.
It's meant to be better.
No way. Not touching it. Not touching it. Anthem is a game.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I think it's gonna get, if it's right, it's gonna get this Destiny crowd. I'm not sure.
Destiny 2 crowd.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Anthem. People have been.
I don't think it has enough newness. I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna do anything really different, and therefore I'll just keep playing Destiny 2.
Yeah. It's difficult. I think it looks okay. I think, obviously I haven't got an Xbox, so.
Xbox. Is it only on the Xbox? It's on the PlayStation
I thought
as well.
It was. Is it PlayStation as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'll take it all back then. I don't know why, but I had in my head that it was an Xbox exclusive.
Now he's going to say, oh, it looks fucking brilliant.
No, I still think pretty much the same. I think it looks sort of okay. I don't know. It looks.
I don't know
fun,
if it's your type of game.
But you see, but I like The Division. I like that game, and I did play the original Destiny quite a lot.
I just don't like fucking mechs and robots and like Destiny. I'm not really like Destiny's a bit. I know it's kind of sci-fi fantasy, isn't it? And this is more sci-fi than fantasy, but I don't know. I mean, looking at this, it looks polished as fuck. This is alpha gameplay, and it looks sexy. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about it. I'm not sure.
Can I just ask as well, while we're still in Feb, what about Trials Rising? And you're interested
is that another
in
Trials game?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, at one time, these were like, wow, Trials, oh, it's amazing.
No.
Well, it feels like it's much of a muchness, isn't it? Why do one when you can just play one of the older ones?
Yeah. No. Not excited.
It looks pretty cool, I must admit. I've been watching some gameplay, and it does look all right.
Yeah.
It's very smart looking.
It's just.
I only learned the other day, Rage 2. It's not co-op or multiplayer at all.
Is it not?
It's just a single-player game.
To be honest.
No, I'm pleased by that. I'm happy with that.
I mean, they've been concentrating just on that.
I always looked at Rage 2 and thought, oh, it's like a Borderlands. It's like an MMO, it's like a Destiny or something.
Yeah.
But like I heard the other day, it's like, no, it's a completely single-player game. I was like, now I'm interested in Rage 2 all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So Rage 2 would be one of them. I know we're not we're not to Rage 2 yet, but I'm interested.
No, we're coming up to March now, so we're into March.
Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 5. So, Chinny, what do you think first? What is the thing you're looking forward to?
In March, I think
there's some big games in March.
There
is.
Be honest. Yeah.
3 of them. There's 3 big games.
There's 3 big games. I think the only game that really stands out for me is The Division 2. I was a big fan of the first half of The Division. I didn't really like the last bit of it all. And it's not really a game that stuck with me for very long. But the first 10, 15 hours I put into The Division, I was really mad about it. I don't really like loot games, to be honest, but The Division was kind of cool enough for me to like it because it was quite grounded. Whereas like games like Anthem and Destiny, they're all loot games, but they're really like far fetched, and I just find them difficult to sort of get invested in. Whereas Division 2 is a bit more like, oh well, I know this is a bit silly because it's all about some evacuation of New York, but it's cool. Like it's a bit more grounded. I can get on board with this. So Division 2 is mine.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like the moving of the setting and all that kind of stuff. I think it could be really cool. Devil May Cry 5, I'm looking forward to.
Devil May Cry.
Because I like me some hack and slash, as you well know.
As you fucking well know.
As you well know. I think this could be pretty cool. I'm gonna say.
I don't know. I played. I don't really give a shit about Devil May Cry, to be honest. I played the DMC one and liked that, but I know not people don't like that one.
No, that's because
I played Devil May Cry 4.
People.
I played Devil May Cry 4, and I didn't like that. I never played.
I liked half of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you liked all of it then.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't like 4, and I never played 1, 2, and 3. So it was a PlayStation game, and it just passed me by. I never really give a shit about it. So
yeah. I reckon I'll give this a go. It is kind of harder these days. When we used to have Blockbuster, and we used to just be able to rent video games, and it was much easier if you weren't that bothered, you just send it back.
Yeah.
It's much more difficult because you literally have to buy it, don't you, to see if you like it.
You can still.
That's the thing. Does anybody do GameFly?
Well, GameFly is an American thing. There's still Boomerang. Yeah, Boomerang Rental still exists.
Does that still exist?
Yeah.
I can't imagine that's a big service anymore, is it?
It was never a big service.
No. And then the last big game that's coming out in March, I guess, is the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Is this the Dark Souls people?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It looks pretty cool, but it's going to be freaking hard as nails, isn't it?
It's going to be hard as fuck, innit? I haven't I need to play the Dark Souls.
It looks brilliant. I mean, watching the gameplay, it looks massively fluid. You've got some sort of grappling hook rope thing that you can use to sort of traverse the levels and whatever. So that's going to add another dimension that these sort of games haven't had before. But it'll be interesting to see, what Rob thinks, because he's the expert on these things, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. He loves the Bloodborns and the Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah.
And all that jazz.
And I'm sure he's going to love this. And it does look cool.
Oh, yeah.
It does look super cool. But
it does look cool.
I'm scared by these games and intimidated.
Yeah, they are scary. I mean, I'm looking at the gameplay now. It looks badass, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. It looks amazing. But you're like you said, it's, the person who's playing this is like some sort of, either one of the developers or someone who knows these games inside out and makes it look easy. But when you get that controller in, and you're just going to get your ass handed to you, aren't you? That's what's going to happen to us.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'd love to be good at these games, because I think if you were good at them, you would feel like a complete badass playing them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what
I'd like to play Dark Souls and try it before I try this, so I'm not that interested in this, if you know what I mean. Like, I want to play Dark Souls first and play them in like the linear, the way the order they made them. So
I mean, these guys nail challenging gameplay, don't they? That's what they're known for. And whatever game they seem to turn their hand to, they just nail it, don't they?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. So that's pretty much March. April. There's not a lot. It's getting thin on the ground now.
Well, yeah, from when the dates.
What about Dauntless?
What?
Dauntless. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
the what?
There's a game called Dauntless coming out. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Mortal Kombat 11 is cool, but I never played Mortal Kombat 10. Days Gone. I will say that I'm interested in it. I'm interested,
but I don't know whether it's going to be good. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I mean, we've seen a couple of decent demos showing us like they're not zombies, they're infected with some sort of virus that makes people go crazy. Whatever. They're zombies. And they do look pretty cool. but I don't feel like we know enough about it somehow. They've shown us stuff, but not really shown us stuff.
They've shown quite a lot, I think, but you just haven't.
I know,
looked.
but I don't know. I still feel like I don't really know a lot about it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really know anything about the main character or what his motivations are, or yeah, it does look okay. I'll give it that. It looks pretty cool. I'll probably play it, you know, and it'll probably turn out to be, you know, one that you think, and that'll turn out to be amazing. You never know.
Yeah, to me, it looks like a zombie game where you're fighting fuckloads of zombies. Do you know what I mean? Not like a couple, like fuckloads.
Yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds of them, isn't there, on screen? So that's pretty much it for April. There's not a whole lot. Bus Simulator.
Yes, please.
Curious Dauntless is a free-to-play role-playing game. It's sort of similar to Monster Hunter. Free to play. Free to play is good.
Cool.
Yeah. Phoenix Labs, Riot Games developers left and then started. Also includes some from BioWare, Blizzard, and Capcom.
Wow, I'm looking at Bus Simulator 18 footage here.
Why would you look at that?
Because there's a new Bus Simulator game coming out. It looks pretty cool. I think I'm gonna get it.
Super Meat Boy Forever. I thought that's been out.
No.
What's the one that came out a long time ago?
I think that was Infinite Runner.
Yeah, I thought that was what it called. Anyway.
Yeah, it is. Super Meat Boy Forever is like an Infinite Runner, but I don't think it ever came out, did it?
I thought there was one that had been out.
No, not that I'm aware of. I would have definitely played that if it had come out, but maybe I just missed it completely.
Maybe. What's all this color here? Why does it have so much color in it?
What, Bus Simulator?
Yeah. No, Super Meat Boy Forever.
Oh, I don't know.
Gray and red. That's.
I got Bus Simulator on the screen now, so.
Yeah, you can't beat a bit of that. Bus Simulator.
Yes, you can easily beat a bit of bus.
Look at it, look at it. You can pick from a coach or a real bus. Or, look how cool that is. Right, okay. Moving on. We get to May and Rage 2.
Yeah, now that I know that it's a single-player game, I'm in.
You're in?
Yeah.
I quite like Rage. I know a lot of people weren't that impressed, but I enjoyed playing Rage.
Apart from the end.
Yeah, apart from the end. And the fact that you get the BFG and then use it for about 2 minutes and then the game finishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apart from that.
This looks pretty cool, I've got to say.
It does.
But neon colors are dumb, but whatever.
This is the same people that made the Mad Max game.
Is it? I didn't realise that.
Yeah. So I'm good with that. I like the Mad Max game was a bit boring, but it was good boring. You know, if you know what I mean. It wasn't a bad game. It was a good game. It just kind of lacked a bit of flair. It was a bit flat and very repetitive. Whereas I think with this, they've kind of learnt their mistakes from Mad Max and gone, okay, we need something with a bit more pizzazz, a bit more personality, and to me, it looks like they're on the right track. Interested. Wasn't interested when I thought it was an MMO. Interested now that I know that it's a single player game.
Yeah. It looks pretty bloody good, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm in. I like crazy, like all-out craziness.
Yeah.
Where you can, I mean, I don't know what the hell weapon they're using, but they're like sticking these lighty hoops around people and they lift up in the end and they shoot the shit out of them.
All that stuff.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Bulletstorm. I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, looks like Bulletstorm.
Yeah, it does.
Which was a lot of fun to play. So yeah, I'm totally in.
It does look like Mad Max as well, to be honest.
Like, yeah, it does a bit.
It could have been Mad Max. It kind of makes you think, like, were they making a Mad Max sequel? And then the Rage people just wandered over and just said...
Yeah, well, just have some crazy shit weapons and...
could do with a Rage.
Do that and blow shit up and... Yeah, that'll be fine.
Well, yeah, no, I'm in on Rage 2. I think it looks great.
Yeah, it does. It looks pretty cool. Right, okay. Team Sonic Racing.
No, thank you.
This is Mario Kart. These have had good reviews.
Team Sonic Racing is not Mario Kart.
No, but it's the version of it.
Yes.
But they've had good
Kart's
reviews.
fun and a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
No, honestly, the Sonic Racing games have had
I
really
know.
well regarded.
But Sonic is awful and supports Hitler.
Well, we know Sonic's awful, but, you know, the racing games might be pretty good.
Yeah, he's actually in favour of Hitler, Sonic.
Really?
I know that. That's
Yeah.
surprising.
Never knew. Who knew? June, not so much. August, Shenmue 3 is coming out.
Yeah,
This game is actually being released this year.
it is maybe.
Yeah, yeah. You see, I feel like I should like this, but I still look at it and think, I don't know.
This is the brainchild behind the Yakuza games, right? Like the
I
guy
know,
who,
I know.
you know,
I
the guy who
know.
made Shenmue, the team that made Shenmue went on to make Yakuza.
You need to love Shenmue,
I know, I know.
Stuart.
Oh, but I just can't get on board. I mean, I know this isn't going to be how the end finished game's going to look, supposedly, but we still haven't really seen how the end game's going to look.
No. No.
And that's worrying if it's coming out this year.
It'll look jank like the first two.
I know, but then it shouldn't do, should it?
No, but
You know,
like,
we've got
that's kind of
teams
the
of
game.
designers and developers who know how to make good games. It shouldn't look janky.
I think you would like Shenmue 1.
Well, I keep looking at the remakes because the remakes released this year, didn't they?
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
And
It's
I keep
ridiculous
thinking
and stupid.
maybe I should play that.
Yeah. It's like shit. I think that's why you like it.
The faces look like goddamn Halloween masks.
Yeah, they're awful. But like I watched Marsh play a lot of 1 and 2. So I know Shenmue well. It's kind of similar to Resident Evil 2, to be honest. I never played it, but I just watched somebody play it. And
Right.
they're weird. They're weird games, man. But
Well, of course they are.
But
They're
again, like
Japanese.
Shenmue, what made it good was like because it was an open world, kind of you can do anything. You could play arcade games in the arcade, whereas that stuff isn't that appealing anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like we have that stuff all the time now, whereas it was the first one to do it back in the day, so it was quite a
I think
novelty.
it's a little sentimental connections and rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right. So now we've come to the not confirmed release dates coming out in 2019.
All right.
Oh
Let's,
Christ! There's a goddamn Catherine sequel.
No.
What's Catherine
no
full body?
No, this is the sort of kind of remake
Oh.
of it,
Well,
but
fuck that
it's got another Catherine.
Sorry, I brought it up. Never mind.
So there's more story stuff that there wasn't in the first
No,
one.
Final Fantasy VII. What is that?
it's the remake.
So that is a
Is
remake.
it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you not know?
I mean,
Real
I knew they were working on it. I didn't know it was this close.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
no,
but
apparently
like
it's
to be
being
honest, no,
released this
no, right, no,
This is at some
Apparently.
point, maybe
right,
in
no.
2018.
Listen to me now, right?
Listen.
The TBC list on any coming out this year is
Yeah.
a lot of bullshit.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
It's usually a wish list of whoever wrote the fucking site.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I won't get too excited about this list.
Sorry, go on.
I'd only pick out the sort of the
Ooh,
headlines.
Fortnite saved the world. Whatever the hell that is.
I don't know. This
You
is
see, they've
Pool.
got-
This is Pool.
This is Pool.
Yeah, we played that at EGX. That was good.
Nerd.
I enjoyed that.
Gears of War 5. That is meant to be 2019. It just needs a confirmed date for it, isn't it?
That'll be all announced, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's
agree.
meant to be definitely coming. He says.
I don't think there's any-
Control. What about Control?
Don't know what that
The
is.
new. It's the new Remedy game. The one where it shows everything freezing and all that.
Oh, that's
kind
the
of
PlayStation
stuff.
exclusive, isn't it? Is it?
No, it's coming on everything.
All right.
Yeah, it's
then-
PS4 and Xbox One.
I don't know. I don't care.
You see, I like Remedy. I
know
wasn't
you
that
do.
impressed with with Quantum Break. I
No,
was a bit
that's
like, it's all right.
It was
Uh,
whack.
It was a bit whack. So I've got. I hopefully this will be better.
Last
be
Last
better.
of Us 2 surely is this year.
I don't know whether I'm convinced that is. You know,
I think it is. I think
I
it
don't
is.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now I wouldn't say like Cyberpunk is out this year. Obviously,
Oh, I'd
things-
love
Halo,
right?
but
I-
I think Last of Us 2 is coming. Definitely.
I don't think Cyberpunk is beyond the realms of possibility because they have already stated they've got a full playable game that just needs polishing.
Yeah, that's true. It is true. I mean, I'm
You know, they have stated that, and then if we're looking sort of latter end October, November time, it might do. But my gut is that it'll come out early next year in 2020 is what I think. But
I like The
would
Witcher
love for it to
3.
be out.
I like The Witcher 3, but I don't really like its setting. But Cyberpunk
No.
is right up my alley. So
In your wheelhouse.
Me and you are going to be on that shit, Stu.
Oh, for sure. I'm going to play the shit out of it.
But I think Last of Us 2 is coming this year. I'd be very, very shocked if it wasn't.
I
am
don't know.
interested.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. But you
It
could
smells
be
like a
right.
bet.
Yeah, we know how that works out.
Last
Should we
of
do a
Us
bet?
Part 2. Yeah, I think it's got to be done. we
What do you
always
wanna
do
bet?
this, so let's
Put
do
some
it.
money on that, Stuart.
Let's do this.
What do you want to bet?
Yeah.
Lunch?
Yeah. Why not?
EGX lunch?
Yeah. Let's do it.
EGX lunch. You heard it here,
It's
everybody.
On. It's on.
If Last of Us Part 2 releases this year, Stu
Yeah.
has to buy me lunch. If it releases
Yeah.
next year, I have to buy Stu lunch.
Yeah.
It's on.
I think that sounds fun.
I am interested in Skull and Bones. That's the pirate game made by Ubisoft. So take what you know from Assassin's Creed pirating and apply it to a Ubisoft game. That might be quite cool. Apart from that, yeah, there's a new Wolfenstein sort of Youngblood thing. Not that bothered about Ori and the Will of the Wisps, even though it was a good game.
Will of the Wisps. It looks okay, but
looks
you
alright.
know, it's It looks okay.
Apart from that, not much else, really. Yeah, I think Last of Us 2 is going to be the big hitter this year.
Yeah. I mean,
What?
yeah, Last of Us 2. It's going to be the hit of this year.
I think so.
Yeah.
Are we done with the? Because we have a lot of people who wrote it. Like,
yeah, no,
tweets.
I think we're done with
we
what
got tweets,
what we're looking forward to.
Instagram.
What about Two Worlds 3?
What?
What?
Two Worlds 2? Two Worlds 3?
No,
I
that's
don't
never
think
gonna
there is
happen.
one of those.
Never gonna happen.
That's what something was announced.
Really? Are
Really?
you being serious?
Yes, GameSpot.com. Two Worlds 3 is announced. Two Worlds 2 mentioned more DLC.
Well, they're gonna come out this year.
16. I don't know. We'll see.
Two Worlds 3.
Jesus.
Jesus.
The game that no one wanted.
Yeah, it was never a great game, was it?
Right on Twitter, we got the Twitter jingle. Please.
We do have a Twitter jingle.
You
Yeah.
do.
Can we
Allow
play
me
that?
to play the Twitter jingle.
Play that
It's a-
shit.
Hit it.
Saw a pretty girl just the
I did not
other
make
day.
this.
She winked and she smiled, walked across my way.
I don't know who did.
I couldn't figure out just what to say, so I twittered it. Twittered it.
Brilliant. Darren D-Dog said Division 2 looks great in the demo. Just a shame the wait was ridiculous at EGX. Tim Wilson said Mortal Kombat 11. Finish him. Antonio said top of the head, Metro, Resi 2 Remake, Sicario, and Doom. We never mentioned Doom tonight.
No, we didn't. That looks pretty good as well.
Yeah, I haven't saw anything on the new Doom. Paul W says, although it's been released, I would really like to play Tales of Vesperia on the PC. Didn't get the original release. Looks like an excellent JRPG. Who else have we got here? Seth McNitt, the beautiful man that is Seth, said Dying Light 2. I forgot about Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 looks fucking amazing.
It does, but that ain't coming out this year.
It fucking will.
It fucking won't.
Psychonauts
Not happening.
2, says Seth as well. Not really into Psychonauts myself. Tunic. I don't know what that is. Tunic.
How's that spelled? How do you spell that?
Let me.
Let's
get
see if
it-
we can figure out what the hell that is.
Let me get it on the YouTubes. Oh right, it seems like an isometric kind of indie game. He likes his indie games, doesn't he, Seth? He likes his.
Oh, he does.
He likes.
He
his
likes
indie-
him so much he helped to make.
I can see.
Yeah. So, Tunic is a game, sort of isometric. Oh, it's the Zelda-like, but you're a fox.
That's right. I can see
Yeah,
it
this
now.
does look
Yeah.
good. Yeah. No, I take it back. This looks badass. Thank you, Seth.
I'll take it back. Let's badass.
Take it back. Rage 2, yep. Crackdown 3, yep. Control, no. Days Gone, yep. Jedi Fallen Order, don't know what that is. Biomutant, Metro Exodus, and Gears 5. Seth's got a long list. Paul Tuscan said, 3 of mine aren't confirmed for 2019. Death Stranding, he says, unlikely. What do we think?
That's massively unlikely. I don't think we'll see that for another 3 years.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima, sorry. He said
Yeah,
possibly.
that's-
Possibly.
Yeah, that's by the guys who made the Lightning Fingers game.
The Lightning Fingers game.
Pong. I think you're thinking Pong.
Infamous. The infamous
correct.
developers.
There you go.
made that.
The Last of Us. I think that's likely. So that was Tuscan. Greg
I don't
DeLacy.
think Ghost of Tsushima, by the way, that's definitely not coming out
I
this
think that's a
year.
couple of years away. Greg DeLacy
Yeah.
said from the Overseas Connection, I think for the first half, Anthem has my interest the most. It has been a bit up and down on my hype levels, but after seeing the recent alpha, I think it's hitting the right notes, says Greggles. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Right, okay, sorry. And then I think that's it on Twitter. So, Duke, I'll let you play our Instagram jingle.
Oh yeah, check it out.
Hit it.
Saw a pretty girl just the other day. She winked and she smiled, walked across my way. I couldn't figure out just what to say, so I
Instagrammed it. Instagrammed it.
Okay, so Dave O'Mac said
Everybody Snapchat jingle too.
Days Gone.
In a minute.
Fucking shut up.
We don't have a Snapchat account.
Ian W said Anthem, the alpha was immense. That's strong words.
There you go.
Do we know what this game is? The Outer Worlds. Do we know what that is? The Outer Worlds.
Nope.
Anybody
No, I feel like
know?
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure. Let's
The
have a look.
There's a website called YouTube.
It's an that's an upcoming action role-playing game from Obsidian Entertainment and published by Private Division.
Oh, yes. No, this was only announced recently. It looks kind of cool.
This is the one that looks kind of like Fallout, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
because this will be an Xbox exclusive, won't it? Because Obsidian are now owned by
Nope,
Microsoft.
it's on PS4 apparently, according to Wikipedia.
Oh, I thought Microsoft bought Obsidian. Anyway, no, who gives a fuck? And then Kev Westerman says, I think it's quite a funny one. This Fallout 76. I think they knew. Let me read it again. Fallout 76. I think they knew they were releasing half a game, and it would be interesting to show how it develops. No. And then it just goes Ive.
Oh yeah, Ive. That's gonna be a good game. Ive.
Oh, yeah.
Good old Ive.
Fallout 76. I think they knew they were releasing half a game. It will be interesting to show they developed it. Ive. Okay, Kev.
like it.
Maybe you
I
didn't
like it.
fit the things in the things, but that's okay. No problem. So thank you, Kev. Thank you, everybody that sent us stuff on Twitter and Instagram. Keep doing that. We love that shit. It's fantastic.
We do.
We got emails and shit, right, Stu?
We have got a lot of emails, so
Let's
we
do
need
it.
to get through all of
Here
those.
comes
Let's
the email
do them.
jingle.
Hit it.
saw a pretty girl just the other day. She winked and she smiled, walked across my way. I couldn't figure out just what to say, so I
Emailed it. Emailed it.
Hit it.
Yeah.
Did it? Weirdly, we do have an email jingle. Who knew? Right, okay.
Well, that was the
let's,
joke there, Stu.
I know, I get that. Let's crack on with this. The
Because
first
they're very
one,
short, you see.
the first one is from the great Owl, otherwise known as Jason Gallagher. And he says this. Here's several upcoming goods. Okay, so he's going Death Stranding, not happening. Ghost of Tsushima, no, that's not happening either this year. Dreams, what do we think? Dreams.
Oh my
We haven't
god,
mentioned
I
them.
forgot about Dreams.
Yeah, Dreams.
Dreams.
I cannot stop thinking about Dreams. I
except for now.
I fucking love Dreams. I've been watching videos on it. I've been following on Instagram. I cannot fucking wait.
I think
to
that's
play
a shout
Dreams.
for this year. I think that probably will come out this year.
Oh no, it's definitely going to come out this year.
Is it definitely? Is it
yeah,
confirmed?
it's definitely coming out this year. I cannot fucking wait to play Dreams. I'm just so excited for it. I'm going to be streaming it. I'm going to be making games on it.
Games in it.
Oh,
playing
fuck
other
it.
people's
Oh,
games.
no, I want to make my own game.
PS4 exclusive?
Huh?
Is this a PS4 exclusive?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
I want to make my own games. I want to make like funny, stupid games. I just want to I cannot wait for Dreams. Oh my god, it's so cool.
It looks. I mean, we played the demo at EGX, and it was probably one of the coolest things I played there.
It was cool. It was cool to see like what the developers could do. And you know, the great thing about it is like, for example, if somebody just wants to make guns, like his thing is making guns, he can share those guns. And then I can use those guns in my game, so I don't have to fuck around making guns, right? So if you're like a game designer but not like a 3D modeler, then you can just borrow and just like just steal stuff, and then you can repurpose it for different things. You can scale things up. So for example, I was looking at like different things that people were doing on different levels, and there's this one guy and he made this space shooter. I think it was at EGX, Stu, and it was the space shooter. And one of the guys had made a first-person shooter, but used the innards of the spaceship as corridors because he couldn't be asked to make them.
Yeah.
That's fucking
it's great
cool
how you can
shit.
use other people's assets that they
Somebody
created.
made a fucking Mirror's Edge ripoff. Somebody, oh my god, I can't wait to play that fucking game.
Someone had done a full-on text adventure.
Yeah, that's shit. No one cares about that. But
No, it was cool. Can we just be really clear as well?
No
Because
clarity, please.
my impression was, up until going to EGX, and if you haven't listened to the EGX coverage that we did, you won't know this, but I interviewed one of the developers of the game, and there is a full-on campaign in the game, but they haven't really advertised that very much. Or
no,
said
well, that's not the USP of the game, though, is it?
It isn't, but it is
when you're
there.
selling that game, right? You're selling the game based on the fact that you can make your own game. The single player content is just for like value, really. It's just them experimenting it and making stuff, and that's what Little Big Planet
leading
was.
you through the basics.
The single player in Little Big Planet was just to kind of inspire you, right? And that's what the Dream single player game will be. It'll just be to inspire you to go, oh shit, this is what they did. Let's think about what I can do. I cannot fucking wait for Dreams. It's going to be so cool.
It does look amazing. Like I say, when the bit that I have played, but I'm going to be probably the opposite of you. I'm going to be more interested in playing what other people have made.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not bothered about
making stuff.
No, I'm just going to play what other people have played. I've got to give Jason some props because he's mentioned some games that I'd forgotten all about. His next one's The Last Night. Do you remember this?
The Last Night.
The Last Night. This was shown at E3 in 2017, I think, which was the Cyberpunk 2D kind of 3D side-scrolling game. If you look at it, you'll definitely remember.
Isn't this the guy who made Inside? Didn't they split up and one of them made this? Is that
yeah,
this?
I'm almost sure you're right, and it looks pretty impressive. I'd forgotten all about it until Jason had mentioned it in his email.
I haven't seen anything since like the JPEG they released for it.
There was a little trailer. No, they did do a full-on trailer and everything at E3, but we've not heard anything at all since then.
Yeah, the people that made Limbo and Inside were two people, and then they've split up, and they've made this.
Sorry? No, sorry, I was talking to the Duchess.
Okay.
Oh, I was right. It was 2017. This was last showed. There's not been pretty much anything since then. I'd love that to be coming out this year, but I don't know whether I'm confident. You know, but it does look impressive, so I'm really hoping it does.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I think it'll be quite a unique and interesting game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it does look pretty. It sort of looks pretty cool. So yeah, good shout there. Good shout. Kentucky Route Zero finale.
Nope.
I don't know. This game is the longest episodic game I think that's ever been made.
I've played that bloody.
You
game,
have?
And
That's right.
Fucking.
You're not just talking smack about it.
I fucking hated it.
Because if you'd asked me, I was like, you'd hate this game, and you do.
I do. It's just so boring.
I like it. I mean, I like it because it's a bit surreal, and it's very strange and weird.
It's up its own arse bollocks.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens you know. But I've got to play it.
Like it's a bad thing, Chinny.
I've been playing it since I think it was 2011 or 2012 or something when the first part came out. It's been a long time. This game has been coming out. So yeah. So I've got to finish it because I've been playing. But the trouble is, it's that long between episodes. I forget what even happened the last time I played it.
Well, it's not even like anything significant. It's just like you walking around for 5 minutes, and then you look at a house, and then a light comes on, and then
Yeah, but look at that house, though. It's such a good
and
house.
then you walk in, and somebody says, and then you go up a lift, and you see a bunch of pandas, and then you go up another lift, and it's like, what the fuck?
Dude, what are pandas doing there? That's crazy.
No.
Yeah, it's been coming out a long time.
I wish I could get that time back.
2013 was the first, so it's 5 years ago when the first part came out.
Yeah, think of how crazy that is.
You know what's weird though, right? They did 2013. The first part came out, then the second part came out sort of 4 months later, also in 2013. Then the next part came out in 2014, and then the last part came out in 2016. Getting longer and longer between parts.
It's because they can't be asked to fucking finish it because it's boring.
No idea. But what's kind of funny, Jason sent me a link to this extra thing they've done with this like pretend TV show. And I'm not being funny, it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, what? I mean, even I'm sat there going, like, this is weird. Very odd. Anyway, he has got more. Catherine Full Body, which I'll probably definitely play again because that game is so amazing.
Oh yeah, it's
Duke,
brilliant.
you're wrong. But again, Duke, right? I appreciate your opinion, but unless you played it, I don't feel you're in a position to give an opinion. I'm just
Play the
like,
demo. You need to play. Stupid. Sucked.
yeah, it doesn't
Don't
really
get
tell
it.
you what the game is. Twin Mirror,
Yep.
I'm not sure what that is. Twin Mirror, any idea?
Nope.
Twin Mirror.
No.
You see, we're probably going to know when we see him, but I've no idea. Cyberpunk, of course. I hope you're right, Jason. I would love that to come out this year. I really do, but I'm not fully confident, but you never know. It might do.
What was that? Twin Mirror, was it?
Twin Mirror, I'm just trying to look now. You have a look up that and see what that is.
Yep.
Splunky 2.
I never played the first one.
Yeah, I quite like Splunky, but it's a taste. It's a taste. Neo 2, I didn't know that was coming out this year.
What the fuck is Twin Mirror?
I don't know.
It looks like a mix between Heavy Rain and shit.
No, that's like saying it's a mix between shit and shit.
Heavy Rain and oh fucking hell. I don't know. I don't like this.
Like the character selection screen in Fallout 4 when you're making
It's
your
like
character.
a mix between Heavy Rain and God of War.
Oh no, I know what this is.
This is a mix between Heavy Rain and
I
a story about my
know.
uncle with the floating
No,
rock.
this is from Don't Nod, who are making Life is Strange.
There you
Oh,
go.
boy.
So that's their next game. It's another episodic game they're doing. Actually, it does look pretty cool.
Oh god.
It's got a lot of floating
does look
rocks.
pretty
There's
cool.
that.
It looks like fucking God of War.
I don't know.
Well,
Mhm.
There are rocks, thousands and thousands of rocks.
floating rocks.
You know, in God of War, when you go to that like dimension thing where there's loads of like floaty rocks and stuff to like.
That's how you know the world has gone crazy when there's floating rocks.
Yeah. Anyway, what else is Jason saying there? Too?
Sorry, yeah, he's got loads of stuff. The Stillness of the Wind.
Sounds like a Red Indian.
It sounds
name.
like something I'd like.
Sounds like a Native American's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I don't know. It looks a bit weird.
Interesting.
I've never heard of this game. I
Yep.
feel like I should have done because it's definitely a was-looking game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, should have heard of that. In the Valley of Gods.
In the Valley of Gods. I'm not getting everyone on the fucking screen, shit. It took me too long.
No, I'll just carry on. Sekiro, we've already talked about that. That does look pretty cool, but freaking is going to kill you big time. Control, we've talked about. That's the new Remedy game. Bloodstained. Don't know what that is.
No.
Lord Winklebottom investigates.
No.
Okay.
Has he made a lot of these up?
I don't know. I love it. Lord, what is that? You've got to look that up, Ginny. Look it up. What is it?
Fuck's sake.
Beyond Blue, we played the demo for this at EJC.
Yeah.
That looks pretty impressive.
No,
so we
it's
like
boring.
that. Untitled Goose Game. I played the demo for this. This is pretty cool. Untitled Goose Game. That was pretty cool.
You know when you regret me googling things, Lord
Yeah.
Winklebottom Investigates
Yeah.
is a game where there's a giraffe in a top hat investigating things. And it's one of
Nice.
these
So it
single,
says on the tin.
I like
it's one
it
of
already.
these single screen, detective games. It
Is
looks
it by point and click?
it looks like a cheap browser game.
Yeah, it does.
So don't waste my fucking time with this shit,
Good at
Jason.
all.
Okay, we'll carry on. Ooblets. Don't know what that is. The Texasist. I have no idea what that is. Sable. Stop me when you think you recognise something. Sable. Drogan. Night Call. Lost Words. 3 minutes to midnight. Tunic. We've found out
We
about
talked
that.
about
was pretty
that. Yeah.
cool. Talked about Sea of Solitude.
No,
Star Wars Jedi.
I think that's just the next Star Wars game. There's no gameplay. of that. I
Which
tried
one
to
is
look.
like Fallen Order or something. It looks kind of interesting.
I tried to look
Yeah.
for it, but I couldn't find any gameplay for that one.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some Skull and Bones on the screen. I'm interested in that, definitely.
Yeah. The Last Campfire. I feel like I've heard of that. Let me have a look.
Yeah.
Well, one of the videos is called "Looks similar to Force Awakens," so maybe it is similar.
Yes,
You're
yeah,
right.
I think it is.
Race pod.
Last Campfire. And that's in place for meaning away from home. Yeah, I feel like I've heard of this. It looks okay. What else have we
Thank
got?
God
on
you
here?
said that. I was gonna poo-poo.
I know, but you're excited now after that.
After that, it looks
After that,
okay by Stu. That's usually
looks,
a glowing
looks pretty
review.
good. It looks pretty good. And Crackdown 3. And finally, the end of Clementine's story, which we all want to see, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, you do.
So there you go. So that's for Jason.
Just before we move on to the next email,
yeah.
I forgot that Tuscan did put more in the tweet.
Okay.
Because he listed Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, and Last of Us 2, but he said my list probably looks like this: Last of Us 2, Days Gone, Dreams, Judgment. The fuck's Judgment? Judgment.
Gears of War Judgment. Maybe he's excited to find.
No, he isn't. He's a
No,
PS4.
it's that Yakuza detective game, isn't it?
Oh, of course, yes. No,
Yeah.
that looks good. I'm excited for that.
Streets of Rage 4 and Devil May Cry 5. I haven't really seen anything about that Streets of Rage 4, so I'll have to have a fucking look at it.
I bet you will. Right, okay, let's move on to Mark Singh. And he's got a lot of stuff, so let's do this. This is MS Rangers. He says, long-time listener, but very rare contributor to the show. Sorry.
Well, we appreciate you contributing.
Love the show. It's my number one go-to. Just wish you would release it much sooner. Whatever.
Yeah, say it again. Say it loud.
Well,
Every week saying that.
his reasoning doesn't make any sense anymore. Because he says, as an avid podcast listener, when it comes to hearing your show on Thursday, Friday, your news stories, which we don't actually do anymore, are like yesterday's papers out today.
Yeah,
well,
but
that's
what
okay,
if we're
'cause we
playing
don't do
relevant
them anymore.
games?
Maybe we will. Yeah, maybe. What if people need to hear what I think about Riven?
Oh, well, you mean Red Dead 2 for the last 3 months? Anyhow, enough of the moaning issue. Let me run through the games that appeal to me this year. So in date order, I have my eyes peeled for the following. Feb. Far Cry New Dawn. I bought the season pass Far Cry 5 and it was rubbish and a waste of money. New Dawn looks like it should have been the DLC for 5. So with this being set in the same world, I'll hold off until it drops to the 25 quid mark.
Boom.
Metro Exodus. Love the first 2 games. I have high hopes for the 3rd installment. With you there. March. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Enjoyed the first game and it gets good reviews. So I think I'll be purchasing the week 1 of release. In May, Rage 2, again, love the first game. Think it was more of a sleeper hit. I hope the new game lives up to the original. I think it's going to be good. It looks good. The remaining games are due for 2019, but no dates have been confirmed, which are Psychonauts 2.
Everybody
oh boy,
wants that
please.
Psychonauts.
Everyone's liking the Psychonauts thing, aren't they?
Did you play it,
good.
Stu?
No.
No.
I think I played a bit of it on
Duke?
like when it came out, but I don't know.
I played Awesome Knots, which is good. It's a MOBA, but I never played Psychonauts.
Yeah, everybody loves it.
Yoshi Crafted World. As it stands, it's the only game I'm looking at getting on the Switch, and if that's the case, maybe it's time to sell it. I'll finish off with the only game I would say would be a day one purchase for me, but hasn't been given any release date, and I fear it will not be coming out until the PS5, and that is The Last of Us 2. He thinks it's not coming out to the PS5, Chinny.
No, it's coming out. Definitely.
Anyhow, guys, that's it for me. Keep up the great work. You all do, and look forward to many more years of listening to the Veteran Gamers podcast. If it wasn't for Duke, I'd probably have sent this email to the Military Veterans podcast by mistake.
Don't send it to the military veterans.
MS Rangers. So thank you for that, Mark. Very kind.
Thank you,
Finley,
Mark.
this is from Finley. Procrastinated fabulous game to play in 2019. So I've already played a bit of it, but only at the beginning. It's a story about my uncle. But one thing I couldn't help but notice was that Duke had recommended against getting this game. Outrageous. See, it's what I keep saying about Duke's opinion. Ignore
Listen, go shut up. Just keep reading.
Although the character designs aren't that great, the narration, the tone, the level design, the mechanics, the physics, I just cannot understand the problem. Plus, it's currently
The problem
free.
is the level design and the physics. There's a part where you're falling among stalactites, and all you got to do is keep falling, and then timing is so important. Like I said last week, the mechanics of that racer game, that runner game, maybe I didn't even talk about this. I don't know. But anyway, there's a runner game that was designed by some students in college as part of a class, and I think I forgot to put it in the show notes. Anyway, they did a better job with the Warp 2 stuff. That was the core mechanic of a story about my uncle, so screw that game.
Now I've written this email at work, so your rebuttal needs to be a bloody good one. Good day.
Screw you. There's my rebuttal. You're wrong.
Well, you can tell him he's in the chat anyway if he's still there. So
You're wrong. In the chat.
Next one's from Derek Sands, and he says, and finally, howdy, Veteran Gamers. After hearing your 2018 roundup last week, I thought I'd give you some of my video game thoughts for the year. So this is his for last week's show. My top mainstream games were, number 1, God of War. Number 2, Divinity Original Sin 2. Number 3, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Number 4, Far Cry 5. And number 5, Detroit Become Human. My top 5 non-mainstream games, otherwise known as WAS, is what I think he's suggesting here, were number 1, Yoku's Island Express.
Yeah.
Number 2, Forgotten Anne. Number 3, Gorogoa. Number 4, Cat Quest. And number 5, Celeste.
Yeah.
Very late to me playing the Game Awards goes to Doom and Titanfall 2.
I like his award system.
Yeah, I like it. It's very late to me playing the Game Awards. I like that. What the hell would a thinking award goes to the whole Fallout 76 fiasco?
I like his next award.
My surprise it's still a thing award goes to PlayStation VR 8. It's gathering pace, you know.
Oh, no,
they
it's
sold
not.
a fucking shit ton of those at
You know why it's
Christmas.
gathering
They
pace?
did.
Because it's
They did.
rolling down a hill into a fucking ditch.
They did, I'm telling you now. You'll be surprised how many of them will be sold by the end of this
No, I
year.
won't.
They sold freaking shit ton. 2018 games I will probably play in 2019. Number 1, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 2, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Number 3, Yakuza Kiwami 2. Number 4, Dead Cells. Number 5, Forza Horizon 4.
There you go.
Cheers, Derek. I like it. I like
That's
his
a
emails.
good email. Thanks, Derek.
Good. We like it. Thank you, Derek. Final email comes from Lewis this evening. And it's a biggie. It's a big one for
It is a
him.
big one, yeah.
It is a big one. He says this. Hello, veterans.
Hello.
Hope you've all had a good week as usual.
Yeah.
Went quite slow for me, what with school starting again. I've been playing lots of Monster Hunter World. It's fantastic. I wish I'd played it last year, as it would have been the game of the year for me. Wow, this is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I'll go into detail about it another time, though, as I'm so excited about the Grand Tour game that comes out this Tuesday. Why are you so excited, Lewis, is what you aren't asking, but I'll say it anyway. I've been watching their show since I was literally like 3 years old.
Oh my goodness.
My parents say it was the only thing I actually watch. And as I got older, I continued watching every season. Ever since I got a driving game, I've been doing Top Gear style challenges in them. I've spent at least 100 hours doing challenges with my friends in GTA Online. So to hear that they were bringing out a game of the show, I was ecstatic. But once a gameplay, listen, there's more. Once a gameplay was shown, I was a little disappointed, but I'm still hugely excited for it, even if it's crap. I will go to Jeremy Clarkson's house and put I think that might be axe, and put an axe through the window of his new Range Rover. Anyway, aside from telling my life story, I've been replaying Metal Gear Solid 5. Also, I think I've changed my mind on the game of the year for last year. I now think it's Just Cause 4 because it was fun. So, time for the big question. Chinny made a video a few years ago about games you were wrong about at EGX. We've done that a lot.
Yeah.
Is there any times from the years since that you can think of that you were wrong about? So he's saying anything since you made the video about us getting all the games wrong.
Do you want to recap
we're
of that video?
wrong about some. Probably the one that springs to mind for me is the cartoony game that you loved.
Cuphead, yeah.
Cuphead. I was totally wrong about that. I was like, this is shit.
I very craftily cut out the part where I thought it was shit when I was editing the video.
Yeah, because you said you thought it was shit
I
as well.
said it was mega shit, but I cut that out because I knew that I liked it by the time
you
I
made me
the
look
video.
like a dick.
But then I left Stu's in.
That did take a lot of work, to be fair.
No.
I'm trying to think of anything in recent years where we've gone. I think we've stopped doing it, to be fair.
What did we?
stopped
No,
going,
we always do it.
terrible.
What did we play this year at EGX? I don't remember.
I can't
now.
remember.
I just.
What did
Oh,
we
by the
play?
way, I released part 3.
I know. I saw it.
EGX. All the EGX videos are out for 2018 now. So you go onto our YouTube channel, Veteran Gamers UK, and they're all there. But to answer your question, I don't bloody know what we've done recently. What have we
No, you keep
played?
thinking.
I suppose board games is the one that I thought would be shit, and I actually quite liked them. Well,
by the way, we
excellent
played a new board game this week.
Oh yeah.
Talking of board games, very quickly, I'll only mention it. Called 221B Baker Street. I think I mentioned it. That I got it for Christmas.
Is it Sherlock
Oh,
Holmes
it's about that
themed?
detective Ace Wright.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. The only thing I would say is it's kind of slow moving around the board. So when we play it again, we're gonna use 2 dice and see if we can move a bit quicker.
Right.
But other than that, it's kind of cool because it has like some abstract clues and some more straightforward ones. It took probably about an hour and 10 minutes to play a game.
Yeah.
You get 75 cases, so we can play 75 times before we get back to, one with a case we've already completed. So
I look forward to hearing it on your board game podcast.
Yes, good on the board game podcast. But there you go. That's pretty good. Recommend it.
Yeah.
So after 45 years, this email's done. Next week, expect a review of the Grand Tour game.
Wow. I look forward to it.
Yeah, I hope it's better than
Send in a speak pipe if you got the balls.
Yeah, send it in. Have a good week and bye for now. Also, thanks to Antonio, you got me a great deal on the Outlast Trinity collection. Outlast is good. That's a good game. And that's it. That's it for emails. That's it. We're done.
Awesome.
Thanks, emails.
We have got. Can I mention?
What?
Can I mention? We have got a new iTunes review, which I didn't read
God.
last week.
Oh, sweet. I've played that in a million years.
Actually, let's do it.
Here we go.
Hit it!
Saw a pretty girl just the other day. She winked and she smiled, walked across my way. I couldn't figure out just what to say,
So I iTunes reviewed it. iTunes reviewed it.
I like it.
It still works.
It still works. It's fine. This is from.
Way too happy.
This is from.
The dumbest joke in the world.
Rizjack.
Yes. Is it Riz Ahmed?
Is it a what?
Is he related to Riz Ahmed?
I doubt it. I wouldn't know because I don't really know the dude.
Yeah, Riz Ahmed is
Just
part
like
of the Sweatshop Boys.
Okay. Fine.
Anyway,
you said.
What?
Be 5-star. Yeah, it is. He said, these guys helped me through my time at work and the no-care attitude towards the world of gaming. I love it. I love Chini's miserable approach to games. Keep up the good work, guys. There you go. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Get that shit.
Do I have a miserable approach to video games?
Apparently you do. I don't know.
What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, what do you think?
What? Sorry, what's the question?
Do I have a miserable approach to video games?
Not any more miserable than mine.
They are shit, though, aren't they?
Yeah,
a lot of them
I don't know why we talk about video games.
It's mainly
They
because
are
I keep
crap.
saying video games are dumb, which they are. Like, they are most of the time.
You know they're great. It's just that your
really
expectations are so high,
Yeah.
and so often people miss.
Often, look, if you don't believe that video games are dumb, when you're playing a game, pick a random moment, right? And then just put your controller down and just try to explain what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because it will be probably dumb. If you're playing
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 4, oh, I'm smashing all these billboards. Why? I don't know. Or if you're playing Tomb Raider, oh, I'm basically just getting rid of these spirits from this world, the small village that no one knows about. Oh, why? I don't know. The video game told me to do it. They're just dumb.
Yeah. They are. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest, right? I've played
Some shit
Forza
stuff.
Horizon 4, and I didn't tell you about this. I have played it.
Dating simulator with a pigeon.
Yeah, shut up. Forza Horizon 4, and I played it at Chewy's because his son has got it and loves it, right? And he has like loads of cash because he just keeps playing loads of stuff like races, and he's like, oh, if you do this, you get loads of like credits and all this sort of stuff. So I said, why don't you buy some classic cars? You know, you've got all this cash, buy a classic car. So he bought. I got him to buy a Lamborghini Countach or Countach or however the hell you want to pronounce it. And that car is shit in that game. It looks cool, but it goes so slow. And we found there's like a stretch of A road in the game which is really straight, so you can see how fast you can get your car to go along it. And we were just going backwards, going back to your dumb stuff comment. That's all we were doing. We were just driving as fast as we could along this A road and then driving in the other direction and crashing into stuff. We were just doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
It was just dumb, totally dumb. In a really slow old supercar. That's the way you do it. Yeah. So there you go. You are totally right, Chinny.
Correct.
Yeah. Got to completely agree. Is that it? Are we done? I can't remember.
I think
so. I think that's kind of it. Is it?
Yeah.
Are we done?
I think so. I think it's going to be a decent year in video games.
Yeah, I do. I mean, just as a final thing. I think this year could be good.
Yeah, I think 2018 was a very good year. I'm pleased with 2018. I just it's always the games that take you off guard, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was pleased with 2018, but I don't think there was many of those games.
There was some decent games last year. I don't know. But there's like
nothing that you were like, yeah, it's amazing. Didn't know that was coming out.
Yeah, I remember not being that bothered about Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man came out, and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, true.
So I don't know.
True. Right, I think that's it. We need to do some shout-outs and get the hell
Let's do that.
Yeah, here we go. Here comes the shout-out jingle.
What it's gonna be.
It's time for a shout-out. Hey!
Oh, in your face!
You got me. I was expecting the same jingle yet again.
So I shouted him out. Shouted him out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Works perfectly. Right, Chinny, we'll start with you tonight.
So shout out to the people that joined me on Thursday for the stream. Martin Chesworth was one of them. Matty, Stephen Mill, Lewis, Antonio, Soul Brother, Simmy Boy. And a special shout out to Paul J, who watched all the way through and said some very nice things on a message. Paul J's not been very well recently, so just wish him all the best, you two.
Oh, I hope you're feeling better soon.
There you go. Yeah, but he said some nice things, mainly about me, and he called you two cunts. So I don't know what that was about. No,
sure that's not true.
He didn't. Just you, Jim. So Paul J, big ups to Paul J. Very nice. And yeah, that's it. That's my shout-outs.
There you go.
He didn't really call you a cunt, Jim.
I'm sure he did. Right, Duke, over to you.
Yeah, I'll shout out Chopper Kelly, Tim Kelly, for giving me a special achievement, and Antonio, because he's just awesome and always on stuff. And he's got a new Gabbing About movies out. I haven't listened to it yet, but I will. Thank you, Antonio. And shout out to the Duchess, because she got the endorsement or the recommendation of the election committee of the local Progressive Dame Party, and that's awesome. And she killed it on a radio interview today. I tweeted about that, so if anybody hasn't heard it, you can check out my Twitter. And shout out to my phone, because I dropped it at school recently, and now it's not working right, so that's annoying. But I should be careful when I got a $400 supercomputer in my pocket. And shout out to the Pixar documentary that we watched on Netflix. That was fun.
There you go.
The end.
Nice.
Is that it for you? Right, I'm going to shout out the usual stuff. So I'm going to shout out listeners, people who've contributed to the show tonight, people who took the time to write what they're looking forward to in 2019. Jason for reminding me of a couple of games that I've forgotten all about. So thank you for that. I do like to try and keep a note of things that I should be looking out for, because quite often I just completely forget because I'm old. I'm old and stuff. And I'm gonna shout out Jason Bateman because Jason Bateman because we started watching Ozark this week and it's pretty bloody good. So there you go.
Yeah, I've heard things.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I watched Into the Spider-Verse today.
Oh,
right, okay.
That is probably one of the best films I've ever seen.
I know. Jason said it was incredible, and I'm like, isn't it a cartoon?
It's an animation. It's a CGI animation.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
I mean, Toy Story and Lion King are probably my favorite animated movies. Right? Into the Spider-Verse is fucking up there. It's unbelievable how good that film is.
I'm shocked.
Everything about it is good. Like, there's nothing that there's never any like moments where I was like, okay, it needs to move along now. There was never any moments where it wasn't making me laugh or it wasn't making me like moved or anything. It was fucking brilliant. Like, oh my god, what a film that was. Brilliant. Loved it. Also, everybody keeps saying that I'm watching Sherlock at the moment, and everybody keeps saying that season 1 and 2 are the best seasons, and season 3 and 4 are the worst seasons of Sherlock. Duke, would you agree with that or not?
No, I like them all.
See,
I think the novelty of the first 2 seasons is, I think those are the best seasons, but I don't think I would call 3 and 4 the worst. I just think they're not as good.
I watched episode 2, season 3, The Wedding, yesterday, and I thought that was a fantastic episode. It was probably one of my favorite.
It's a little disjointed, but that's okay.
But it's probably one of my favorite episodes of the whole show. Like, I loved it. I loved it.
I think that there's some pretty significant things. The fact that Watson gets married, spoilers, that's a major shift in the series. And I think people just like the dynamic of Holmes and Watson chilling in the apartment so much that they don't want the story to evolve. Yeah. But I think it's okay when a story like that evolves.
No, that's fine.
Because if you do it right, and I think that show does it right.
Yeah, so. I thought the wedding episode was absolutely brilliant. Like, I think a lot of it is quite camp and cheesy and stuff, but I thought the wedding episode was really well done.
Especially because we see Sherlock as a real person, and he's grown. Like, his talk is great because it shows his vulnerability.
But also, like, I feel like he's more of a superhero in season 1 and 2. And in that episode, especially, he's a bit more of a guy than a superhero. So it's quite.
Yeah, and they call him on his shit, which is good.
Yeah.
So, never mind about what you think. You've got work to do here, buddy. Solve this case.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a good show.
All right. Are we done here?
I think we're done.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.
I withdraw my question.
Big head like this bookie book.
Exactly correct. The best kind of correct.
There you go. Another show done in the bag.
I think I'm just going to cut it off after another show done.
Yeah. So now all we've got to do is play these games this year.
I promise nothing.
I know you never play any games.
I promise
this year. Anyway.
everything.
471.
What?
Yeah, 471.
Thank
471,
you.
yeah.
I promise nothing and deliver everything. There you go.
Right. Those things.
Absolutely. By the way, Duke.
By the way, Stu.
Do you use Spotify?
I do.
I found out something I did not know this last week or so.
What's that?
That there are full audio books available on Spotify, quite a lot of them.
And podcasts.
Well, the podcasts I knew about, but I didn't know there was audio books. There's loads of them.
Is there a podcast on Spotify?
No, I've never put it on there.
I put it on Stitcher about a few months ago.
Yeah, and it's on TuneIn Radio as well, so you can get out. You can get to listen to us on TuneIn Radio if you want to.
What I've been doing in Spotify lately is making mixes for the seasons. Like I'll go looking for all of the songs that have autumn in the title.
Oh, all right,
it's
okay.
interesting because you get a lot of different styles of music that I wouldn't normally hear. You know, like I don't listen to a lot of country music, but you'll find a bunch of songs that are like an autumn twilight or whatever. And like, you know, there's shit, but obviously you can find.
I lost my girlfriend in autumn.
Well, I don't know that song, but anyway, the point is that it was a good, you know, and now it makes me want to do playlists with all sorts of things, you know, like The Weeknd. We've got Fatboy Slim, The Weeknd starts here, but we've also got,
see.
You know, and then I can do searches for each of the months so that you
What about, have you got The Weeknd Motherfucking Starboy on there? That's a good song.
I don't have that. I actually haven't done the Weeknd playlist. I have a Weeknd playlist that I made a long time ago.
So yeah, there's full on books. I've listened to The Hunger Games. That's on there as an audio book, and I'm currently listening to 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, nice. That's a good book. That's probably on Lipbox too, because that's free. It's public domain.
Yeah, so that's on there, and there's all sorts of stuff on there. I was really impressed. If you want to try it, Duke, there's an app called Spooks, which you can download on either iPhone or Android, and that just collates all the books that are on there and any new releases.
Oh no, I'm not going to listen to audio. I don't listen to audiobooks. I can't stay focused. Like my attention shifts so frequently that I've got to just stick to my podcasts because I can barely get through those.
Right. Okay.
So, but thank you.
That's fair enough. Well, like I say,
up.
I just didn't know, and it's pretty cool because I listen to a lot of stuff on Audible.
You get it, yeah.
And it's cheaper because I've already got Spotify and I already subscribed to that.
Sure, why not take advantage of all it has to offer?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right,
guys, have a good night.
Yeah, you too. See you later.
See you later, folks.